What is up, everybody? Happy Tuesday. Happy Tuesday? Maybe happy Tuesday. It's Tuesday evening, but we're here. I'm happy to see everybody. You know who else I'm happy to see is our co-host, Miss Black Cauldron.
Hey,
How you doing? How's your week been?
it's been pretty busy. Been all over the place, planning trips, buying. I've got a new car, so it's been extremely busy. But I'm so happy to be here. I look forward to Tuesdays now.
Tuesdays is a good day now. I mean, here's the thing: is we had the show before, and everybody liked it, but I never received messages about it.
Yeah,
After last week, I received probably a dozen messages being like, "Oh my God, I'm
Yeah.
so glad you're back. You guys got
know.
me through my 12-hour shift. You guys were
yes.
all that stuff." So I'm glad we're able to do that for all of you. But you know who I'm really glad for as well is Mr. George Carmona
What is up?
over on the
Up,
other side.
George.
Nothing much. You know, just playing the sound effects.
I know they were like
Just getting
"Ooh,
groovy with
spooky."
it. Yes, yes. Building the suspense today. That is what George is doing. But yeah, no, it's been a steady week. I'm super excited for a lot of callers to call in. We already have people stacking up in the waiting room. So
Good.
like last time, I'm just gonna let people in. Just remain muted until we select your number.
Yes.
And the sooner you join, the better. That is 100%.
Yeah, you
for
got to
sure.
get into the queue.
Yes, because sometimes it'd be so many people we can't even
Nope.
get to everybody.
No,
We have
and-
to have y'all come back next week.
Yeah. So if this is your first time watching Calls from Beyond or listening to Calls from Beyond, what is the show? The show is a live call-in show. Think Coast to Coast AM with Art Bell. Actually, it's still a show now. It's still going on to this day. They have a new host. But we let you, the audience, call in and tell us your creepy stories. It could be about the paranormal. It could be about aliens. It could be about Bigfoot, which I think is in this room with us. Any creepy thing you want to tell us about, it is completely free to call in. You can call in using the number right down here. It's completely free. Now, like we said, the line does get pretty long. So if you want to skip the line, you can super chat on either Black Cauldron's YouTube channel or my YouTube channel, $10 to skip the line. Now, if you want us to answer a question on stream, you can super chat any amount.
Yes.
And we'll go ahead and make sure we read that question and answer it for you. But you already have a new member.
Yes.
You just got a new member
Yes,
with Mel.
let me see. Miss Mel, that's my baby. I love her. Thank you so much. She is my patron. She is here now. Shout out to you, Mel. She's so loyal. I just love my patrons. They come through every time, and
They do.
you know, I appreciate them for real. So welcome to the squad, which she is already a part of the squad for a minute now. But thank you so much, love.
Love it. So, I mean, we always have the OGs. The OGs are always going to be there. We always know that they're going to be hanging out right alongside with us.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, before we get to the calls, I don't know if you want to talk about what you showed me earlier
Okay.
today.
So I was asking you guys to do the survey for our group retreat, and the numbers are in, and we are going to be traveling to Bali. Okay, and it's gonna be next year. And some of the things that we're gonna be doing on this trip is just ridiculous. When I say it's a spirituality trip, but it's going to be so fun. The itinerary is already set up for us. I will be hosting some workshops with free of charge, of course, for you guys as well while we're on this trip. But I mean, some of the things that I have set up for my people that are coming with me, it's gonna be grand. I promise. We're gonna have such a good time. And when I say like a spirituality trip, we got the water purification ceremony. We have healing sound therapy, different things like that. We'll be making traditional medicines and still turning up because y'all know I'm a spiritual hood rat. So we're still going to have fun. But we will be going to Bali next year. You can make payment plans, payment arrangements, different things like that with the company. So if you are interested, I'm going to be linking the email collection form down below, and you guys can get on it. It's so many different things that I can't expose right now that's happening, but thank you guys for taking the survey, and this won't be our first trip. So I'm going to be mentioning it every live, every video. So if you're interested, you can, get the information. So yeah, I'm super excited.
People are in the chat saying they're in the waiting room and they can hear everything. Is that normal? Yes, that is
Yes.
normal. When we pick your number to call in, then you will go ahead and unmute yourself. We'll let you know how to do that when the time comes. So that's all fine and dandy. It's better that way so you can hear when we're calling your number. Because in the past we'd be like, this
Hello.
number, and they wouldn't know.
Yes, and remember, whenever you super chat, the $10 to skip the line, make sure
Yes.
you put the last 4 of your number in there so we can automatically pull you. Because I'm looking over at the wait list right now, and it is filling up, and it's a lot of you guys. So I want to make sure if you super chat that you put the last 4 of your phone number in the
Yes.
super chat message.
Yes, yes, yes. That is not what I was referring to, though.
Oh, it wasn't. What were
No,
we talking about?
the photo you sent me.
Which one?
Oh, I'll pull it up. I'll pull it up. You only sent me one photo today.
Oh
Yeah,
my
that
God,
one.
yes.
That one.
So don't
This one.
disregard what I said. Yeah. Don't disregard what I said, but disregard what I just said. So I woke up this morning and I was, going about my day, running errands. And I noticed I had these long scratches on my neck.
I can see him now. That's crazy.
And I was just, you sit in the front seat. I'm a passenger princess. So I was
Yes.
looking in the mirror and I just so happened to see right here. And I'm like, where the fuck did that come from? I don't have super long nails. And
No animals?
I mean, I have dogs, but, we black. We don't be letting them dogs be all up in your face looking on you. They be around the house, but
Yeah.
they don't come in my bedroom or anything. And I was just like, wow. So now I got to cleanse because I don't wake up with that kind of drama on my body. Not my temple. I don't know where it came from. I don't know how it happened. I don't see myself scratching myself that hard or staying asleep for something like that. That was like super weird. I don't know if you guys can see it. I'm trying to.
Yeah, you
Probably
have to
not.
move the microphone a little bit, like off to the side.
Because I have a red hue, a red light over me
Oh,
anyway.
that is true. That is
So
true.
you're not gonna. But I sent the picture to Austin, and he was like, "What?" Even I was like, "What the? Well, how did that happen?"
Yeah.
I mean,
No.
It's kind of scary.
No.
yeah,
With that, I'm out.
yeah. When Austin told me that, I was like, man,
I know.
happened?
You
You-
have the picture pulled
like
up?
what?
Can
I
you-
do. I do.
I don't know if you can put it like closer into the camera
Just-
because they're not gonna be able to see it.
I can send it to the email.
yeah.
Yeah. And I was just like, what the hell? But, so why am I late? You're not late. We're just waiting for everybody to get in here. I need a vacation because these folks around me be tripping. Exactly. Funny thing is that I travel a lot. I probably take like 4 vacations a year. I had to slow down because obviously I had other things going on, but I travel a lot because I got 4 kids and 2 dogs. Okay. They stress me out enough, but anytime like you're a spiritualist and you're open a lot, you got to take those mental health breaks and just like have fun, something that's not so heavy. So I travel a lot. I just never been to Bali. I've been to Asia, I just never been there.
I'm trying to figure out how to save this on my Mac.
Hey, Nicolette. Hello to all of my YouTube members. We love you, Bree Hive, Buzz In, period. You created that name and they ran with it.
Beehive.
Bree Hive.
Yeah, I think you guys, yeah, because Mr. Fresh was like, she's got a brie hive, and
That was at the old studio.
that was at the old studio
That's
too.
right.
Yeah.
Yes, I love y'all, and I love me some Beyonce.
And they're giving
so-
us some honey.
yes,
Giving us
yes.
some honey.
Bree Hive Buzz In, period. Tap in. Y'all don't forget to like the live, share it so we can get on the main page of
Yep.
YouTube so it can reach further. Because for those who are new, this is I've never. Who else had a call-in show where they told scary stories?
Coast to coast.
Okay, that's the only other person I know of, and I've never seen his show. To be honest, I'm going to research him because I feel like we're one in one.
Yeah.
We're one of a kind.
We here's the thing. I don't know if Art Bell's ever done paranormal investigations when he was alive. We have.
Oh, so he's not alive anymore.
No, but they still have the show. They have a new host.
Right. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
okay.
he passed away. I want to say not. Let's see, how long ago did he pass away? 2018. He lived out in
wow.
Pahrump too.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was 72 though.
Oh, wow. That's young. 70s, that's the new 50. My grandma is,
Yeah.
I think, 73. She just turned 72 or 73. She moved faster than me. When I go to the casino where I'd be like, Grandma, hold on, I'm coming. She moves faster than me.
She said, "Hey, we moving." So everybody, right now, if you are on either of our channels, Black Cauldron or mine, we have a specific YouTube channel for this show, and before too long, we're not going to be going live to our personal channels. We're only going to be going live there. I have it in the title of both of our streams, Calls from Beyond. Please go ahead and subscribe there. We're already over 300 subscribers. So we're close to being able to monetize there, so you guys can do the and I think that's when we'll make the jump, is when we're able to start accepting super chats so people can continue to do that. But also right now, if you listen to podcasts, so Spotify, Apple Podcasts, please go find us, Calls from Beyond podcast. It's there as well. I upload the episodes as soon as they're done here. They go right up on there. So if you want to listen to them again or anything like that.
Yes, please go and follow the Spotify. Everything that has to do with Calls from Beyond. Subscribe to the YouTube page, because like he said, we will not be going live on here. Eventually, once we build the community over there, we will continue to go live from there and shut this type of activity down. Yes.
1 sec, George. I'm going to email it to myself real quick so you can pull it up. I'm still trying to.
Or the Calls from Beyond.
Yes, I will send it there.
Yes. Last week. Oh, so this is what happened, Noah. And I wondered, because we got this question asked to us on the live beforehand. What phone call has stuck out to you from this show?
Yeah. We just got that on the TikTok live.
We got.
I would say whenever the lady who was clairvoyant, which I think we scared her off, was like, something is screaming in your background.
That one.
Right,
well, that wasn't even a call. That was just a comment.
Yes, that wasn't even. Yeah, she didn't even call in. There was another one where the lady.
2 weeks later, she called in.
Yeah, 2 weeks she did. 2 weeks later, she did call in. But that one definitely sticks out. That scared me because I already had a feeling that something was wrong with the previous studio. And then she did call in. She said she had to take a break from our show because every time she would like listen to it, she would hear these weird noises, and she had no veil. And that kicked off our whole paranormal investigation, and the studio absolutely was haunted. So
yeah, you can go see that video on both of our channels right now.
Yes, make sure you watch it. And then there was another one where a lady was talking about it was something.
While you're remembering that, can I tell you mine that I
Yes.
said? So I said the lady who said she got abducted by aliens and then woke up with a scar.
Yes.
That
Yep,
one was
that one was
crazy. That one was
crazy.
like.
And then it was one she kept. Her altar lit on fire. I
Oh
wonder if
yeah, that was
lady's
like
here.
that was like episode 1 or 2.
Yes, where her altar set on fire. Like she was having a dream that she thought was sleep paralysis of like a witch or something.
Yeah.
And whenever she awake, I guess in the dream she felt like something was on fire, and she woke up and her ancestor altar was on fire. Child, she was in danger, honey.
Yeah.
So I'd say those two.
Those
two was
are creepy ones.
Yeah.
Also, while everybody is hanging out with us, we do have merch for sale for the show Calls from Beyond. I'm going to link that in the chat. George, it keeps blocking the email every time I try to send it. It keeps going, we blocked this.
It's literally, isn't it just Calls from Beyond at
It's on
Gmail?
Spreadshirt. The email, yeah.
Okay. Real quick, because we kind of catapulted into my scratched up neck.
Oh,
and
yes,
now they
yes,
have
yes.
questions in the chat about the trip. This is why someone said, I got to get my passport. This is why I'm planning it for a year out, just because a lot of people don't have a passport, which I would highly recommend getting it. What is it called? Like the expedited. Sorry.
Yeah.
You don't have to, because you got so much time. But just to give y'all time, a lot of things that is going to happen on this trip is going to be so epic. Like, I'm literally crafting it based off of the answers that you guys gave me in the survey. So that's what makes it all a little bit more special and, you know, close, because I'm literally taking what you guys said. That's why I told y'all to take the survey and like making this whole thing what you guys asked for, basically. So I'm super excited. It seems like everybody is pretty stoked in the comments. Yes, the passport is only 4 bottles of Hennessy. I don't even think it's that. Hennessy is expensive.
It's around
4 bottles of Hennessy.
I don't know how much Hennessy costs. I don't like Hennessy.
I'm just saying.
That's the violent liquor.
That's the
Yeah.
weak fist
That's
fight.
the nuck you bought.
What did I have? George and I went to a bar Sunday night, and I had this. It was a video game bar, so everything was video game themed. I had what was called a red versus blue, and it was like sake, blue curacao, and then like soda on top. Oh, I had like 2 of them.
Sake is only rice wine.
Well,
Not really like
right,
Yeah.
but I had 2 of them, and then we had shots.
It was not
Yeah.
the drink for me.
So you was tore down.
I finally had drunk Roberto's for the first time
you know,
in my
for
life, and that was
only-
amazing.
No, I have to get you guys some Red Horse beer.
Ooh.
Red Horse beer, okay.
Yeah, so when I went to the Philippines, my employees, they're funny, but they play too damn much. So they take
play
me
too damn
to a
much.
Filipino karaoke bar, and they had a Filipino Tupac rapping, I swear.
Whoa.
He was rapping
How
in
do I?
tag
How do I?
in the middle of nowhere. It took us like an hour to get there. You know, the Philippines is all jungle. So they're like, hey, would you like a beer? And they're all looking like, yeah, take the beer. So I'm like, okay, sure.
Would not if they're all looking at me.
Right? So I'm like, thanks. And so I open it and I sip it and I said, what the fuck did y'all put in here? Vodka? Tore up off of one beer.
Oh
What?
my God.
It's so good.
What?
And then, yes.
Telling you the truth, though. One beer was a liter. So
One beer
One-
was
oh,
a
it's
liter.
a
So
liter,
we're sitting
okay.
there. We didn't have any other liquor. So we're pouring in the cup. And I'm like, yo, I'm tore up. I literally
I'm
whispered.
tore up.
No, I whispered to my lawyer. I said, because he's Filipino too. And it's like, I said, Jeff, I'm fucked up. It's time to go. And the worst part,
Damn.
I literally drove all the way back, an hour back, with my head on my lawyer's shoulder, tore up. I was like, Lord help me. He was in the front seat. Yes.
Head was spinning.
Yeah, and then I asked him, why did y'all do that? Like, that was not funny. You set me up.
It wasn't no hangover, but it was like
No, yeah.
Oh, I'm going to get
Those
y'all some Red
foreign-
Horses. I can go to the Asian market and get it.
Foreign cigarettes are different too.
Oh, yeah. They're
Do,
disgusting.
do they hit harder? Or is it
It
just
tastes like peppermint.
Yeah.
peppermint?
Yeah.
Okay.
If you're a menthol smoker, it tastes like peppermint.
Yeah.
It's disgusting.
It's a menthol smoker's dream.
Yep.
Yeah, I don't really do menthol. I don't really smoke
No.
cigarettes, so.
They say Henny is $40 a bottle, so.
Whoa.
It's a passport.
It's like 2.5.
Yeah.
4 bottles is a passport.
It's like, no, not
Whoa.
expedited
It's
one is.
160.
Georgia sent the email,
Okay.
and I can see that they both. So we had somebody actually send in something too. So we'll look at that after
Okay.
this. But
Yeah, look at this on my, like, why? Where did that come from? You would have thought I had nail claws
we're
for
pulling
nails.
it up. Give us 1 second, everybody. But yeah, no, you sent that to me, and I literally said, "Girl, no." That's
I said,
literally
boy,
what I said.
yes.
That's what I said, "Girl,
I
no."
said, boy, yes. What is this?
Did you read Marcus James's comment?
Oh, wait, hold on. Let me see.
You gotta read Marcus James' comment.
That Hennessy will have you asking someone what they looking at when they not even facing you.
Okay, so this is the scratch. Look at that. That's crazy.
Yes, absolute asinine. I don't know where they came from. I just woke up with them.
Before they asked, no, we were not.
No, we were not. I promise.
Before they asked.
Before y'all asked,
what do
I
you
ain't
have,
did
little
nothing.
kitten
I
nails?
just went to
Mr.
sleep like a
Fresh?
nice Christian girl and woke up with that.
Yeah, Mr. Fresh's hands are the size of a cat paw.
Yeah, just like a
Right.
little gremlin.
And it's just like just long scratches. And even whenever like I got dressed, I put perfume on and I was like,
Ah.
now I know what you guys feel whenever you get your beards and haircuts and they give you that spice ball of alcohol spray because it hurts so bad.
Your pores is open.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It's deadly. That's deadly.
Mm-hmm.
Callers are stacking.
Not a
up
telemarketer
right
calling me during my live show right
now.
now.
Whoa.
You should answer and say, I'm on the air right now.
I'd be like, I'm on, yeah, and they air out all my shit. Just, yeah, sir. Yeah, that's my social. Oh, okay,
Right.
go ahead and steal it. Have fun. Oh, George, this is a comment for you. Somebody said they're about to go buy a bottle now because they just won 700 on FanDuel.
Oh, hey, congratulations.
George is on the come up with the Olympics. Are you guys watching the Olympics?
No,
we're,
I'm
we're
not.
watching.
Listen, I am never proud to be an American until the Olympics. Okay,
Dead
I'll be
ass.
like,
Yep.
go USA.
We are the best. This is why we're the best.
Right.
Simone Biles today just single-handedly being like, I'm going to carry the
I'm
whole
just
team
gonna
to gold.
carry. Yep,
Yeah.
I heard it was chanting "Goat" when she was doing her flip.
yep.
Because I remember
People
watching
love-
it because it's like her last routine, and I remember watching it, and I was like,
But did you hear the numbers on the Olympics? Like, so I read her a stat yesterday where basically, sorry. So I read Noah a stat yesterday where basically, Olympic gold medalist from the USA only receives $37,500 for winning a gold medal. However,
wait, they get
people-
money? I didn't even think
Yes,
they got money.
They got
Yeah.
money.
But listen to this. I think I don't know if it's
It's
Beijing
China.
or China.
It's China.
One of them places. They get $768,000 for one gold medal.
yeah,
Yeah.
but think about what happens if you don't.
But think about it. I'm ready
Wait,
for my life.
If you don't
because
get a
literally-
medal and you go back to China,
They're excommunicating
Yeah,
you
they'll
out of
I would say
probably
that's
kill
the
you.
best case scenario.
Yeah. I listen, but the Olympians are upset. They've abandoned
The village.
yeah.
Well, yeah, they put
They
no
said-
air conditioning. They put
and
the
they're- yeah.
cardboard mattresses.
Yep.
They
Trying
and
to
the
be
food.
eco.
People were saying they were getting like raw meat.
Yes, they were. And it's gotten so bad. One of those countries told them don't eat none of the food.
It was Great Britain. They said don't eat anything here.
No, yeah, because they're
I
gonna
know
get
the
sick.
men's basketball team, U.S. is not even staying at the
No,
village. They
I
were like,
wouldn't
all right.
either. I'm rich.
American
I'm rich,
Ancestral.
bitch.
If you're
I'm
LeBron,
going-
LeBron's like, I'll
Where
pay for everybody's
LeBron
hotel
said,
and be
this little
fine.
ass bed, I'm gonna have to take 2 of these just to lay down in.
America said, forget the green thing. We're taking
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's ghetto. They had 4 years. You
So,
had 4 years.
George, you want to pull up that other email real quick before we start getting to these calls?
Yeah.
So this one is from St. M, and it says Demon from Charles Manson, 1969. There's some images. While George pulls up the images, I'll read what they say. The screenshot is from the CBSN News helicopter circling the Tate house the day actress Sharon Tate was found murdered by the Charles Manson family in 1969. CBS used to be called CBSN. The CBSN News helicopter circling the Tate house that day picked it up, but nobody had noticed it. It's in the beginning of the footage. It starts with a shot from the helicopter circling the Tate house. Next to the house is a large white patch of ground. This patch of ground is a large demonic skull face with horns, eye holes, a nose hole, and a jawline forming an open mouth as if it's screaming at the Tate house. It's only visible when the helicopter is at the right position at the right time. I saw this and paused the video and took this screenshot. This was the demon controlling Charles Manson.
Listen, I'm gonna tell you something. I have attempted to cover the Tate house several times. Okay, the Manson murder. I won't even give him any more attention than he already has gotten in his pathetic life whenever he was living. But I just can't pull my. Have you ever deep dived into that shit?
Yep.
Okay, no, the haunting part is like normal, right?
Yeah.
But the fact that they tore down the house, rebuilt another house right next door, and that house is haunted.
Yep.
It's horrible. And then like in my research, I figured out or I ran across like the crime scene photos. I'm a mother. I just could not. So maybe I'll revisit that because I didn't know that they suspected. Well, I knew he had a demon on him, but I didn't know that they suspected that he was possessed during it. He seemed like possession was his personality trait.
Yeah. Drugs are a hell of a thing.
Yeah, something's wrong with that man, but I just couldn't bring
Well,
myself to it.
was wrong with
Yeah.
that man.
He is still. Let me tell you.
He ain't with us anymore. But
No. I'm saying I will never even. If this is what we're talking about, then his energy is. It never dies. Energy never dies. Not even on
Yeah, it just
the molecular.
transfers.
Yeah, so we can say to be politically correct, he was a demon. Something.
But
was
those who
wrong
know,
with him.
Those who know.
If
you know, you know.
If you know,
Why
you
would
know.
someone want to live in a haunted house? I mean,
You probably do anyway.
you might not even know. George and I apparently worked in a haunted studio for
Yeah.
3 years.
And it took for one spooky ghetto spiritualist to come in and her beehive and be like, something is wrong with this place. My little cauldron. But it just, some people like the smoke.
Some people do.
But in all fairness, they knocked down Sharon Tate's house and then they built one that was very similar next door. And they report seeing Sharon Tate and all of the victims in the new house. This is not the same house. Yes, it's the grounds, and it's haunted. It's haunted. And then I figured out one of the victims was like an heir to Folgers coffee.
What?
Yes, look it up. I promise. I kid you not. I literally did a deep dive and I couldn't get past the crime scene photos of
Right.
Sharon Tate, and I was just like, I can't. But one of them, the lady that passed away, I think her name was Abby Folgers, but she was the heir to the coffee company, and he
So is
did
the
them
air
people
still up for
so-
grabs? Can I go get it?
Man, listen.
But think about it. We always travel with some type of entity with us.
Yeah, whether it's
our spirit
ancestors.
guides, ancestors, we're traveling with people with us. I mean, you travel with your best friend all the time.
Yeah.
So, I mean, anywhere you
We're
go,
all
it's
haunted.
technically haunted.
We're
I
haunted
wouldn't even say
beings.
haunted is the word. I think it's just like being alive right now. Like we're
Yeah.
all here.
Yeah.
It's kind of like the same thing.
Yeah. Did you find it? You seen it? Yeah, that's what I was so shocked. I was
The
like,
the crime scene
wow.
photo.
No,
I was just
the heir to the Folgers.
The only
Folgers.
celebrity like Crime scene photo that gets me is the Chris Farley one. Like that one's just gnarly.
Listen, I've seen some. I'm morbid. Like I was
am
going to
too.
be a mortician. That's what I wanted to be, a nurse or a mortician. So I'm not gonna lie. I seek out those type of photos on Google.
I do too.
I'm just that.
I am
weirdo.
very desensitized to that
Yes.
stuff now.
Yes.
There's a reason why on my old live show, Franny used to send us videos of people talking about the cartel videos, and then I find it, like, you want to see it?
Yeah,
Not to
like-
the audience, but like to the guest.
Yes. Yeah. Oh,
wanna see it?
like
'Cause
you
I'm-
did with that one band that used that murder scene as their cover, and you showed
Yeah,
me.
yeah, yeah. It was like a Norwegian death metal band. Yeah, that one I knew about a long time ago too, where it was their singer had committed suicide, and they were like the guitar player who was like a super narcissist was like, "It's gonna make me famous." We took a photo of it before the people got there, and then he used that as the album artwork.
Yeah. See, I'm morbid.
Yeah, yeah. It's the real like he's there and everything.
I literally, I love it. I love this shit. I'm a scaredy cat, and that's the reason why I
Me
never.
too. That's why we're best friends.
That's why I haven't became a mortician yet, because I'm like, I don't want no spirits following me. Did you see what is it? It's the medium that drives Uber and Lyft, and he picked up. It's a show. I think it's called Backseat Medium, something like that. It's on like Lifetime, but
It's not the backseat videos I don't really watch, right, George?
or like it's something medium. In the comments, y'all, if y'all know what I'm talking about, put the correct title because I know I'm saying it wrong. And he picked up a mortician, and he's like suffocating in the front seat. He's like, I'm gonna have to drop you back off. You have like 200 dead people with you. And so she's like, oh, okay. And then she just says quietly, it's probably because I'm a mortician. And he was like, yeah, see, I can't have that kind of energy. No. I'm not going to be taking somebody's Nana on my Uber drive.
What time
with me.
is dinner?
Right.
3:30.
Shout out to all the
3:30.
Right, you gotta say it louder. 3:30. No, we're not doing that. Shout out to all the mediums and people with no veils or clairvoyance, because I don't know how y'all do it. I'd be so scared all the time. But I guess you kind of get used to being with dead people.
Yeah, I mean, you get used to it. Like I worked at a vet, and my job when they hired me, I was a vet assistant, so I did whatever they told me to. But a lot of the times they're like, "Hey, you're gonna help us hold the animals when we put them down." And I was like,
Oh, gee,
"All right,
thanks.
cool." For 12 an hour?
Right.
All right.
Really?
Yeah, this was 6-7 years ago. I was like fresh out of high school.
Oh, so that was good money because
Yeah, at the time I was $12 an hour, and I had my little truck. And like no other, I was still in the band at that time, so
Yeah.
like, all my money went to that, and then I
Oh.
left, and I was like, all right,
Poor little Max. Okay, Chloe, we're just gonna go on a ride, Max. So you're morbid.
oh yeah, that's why I have this channel.
I know.
literally
Mine
why-
too.
All right, we should probably start getting to some callers. George, no super chats yet. If you do want to skip the line, I mean, George, how many are in the?
Currently, we have 7.
Okay,
Okay.
7 callers in the room. So we're just going to start off with my favorite number combination out of all of these, and it's going to be 4101. 4101.
what do they have to do to unmute
Star
George?
6 to unmute yourself.
Remember
There
we're
we
saying star
go.
9. Hey, can you hear me?
Caller, you're in the room.
Hello.
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 Oh, I didn't know y'all was gonna pick me. I was trying to send a super chat.
Oh no, you're
I'm
fine.
doing
You end up
something
being
with
first
that.
anyway.
Hey, no, I love your content. By the
Thank
way.
you. Thank you so
Um,
much.
I just joined the live, so I'm not really for sure what you guys are expecting from the callers or whatever. But I just had a quick question.
Mm-hmm.
I just discovered. I also watched Black Witch Yaya, and
Mm-hmm.
she was talking about like spiritual altars. I didn't know who I need to get in contact with or whatever, so I just seen you were on live, so I came to you. I wanted to start a spiritual altar for my mother and my grandmother, but I don't know how to go about doing that.
Yeah, absolutely. I would recommend that you just get a couple of things that you know that they like or like their belongings. I go deeper into this on Patreon, but
Okay.
you want to get like a solid table, like a solid wood table, an altar cloth, because that acts as the veil between our realm and their realm. Make it look nice. It's almost like you are inviting your ancestor over to dinner. You know, like put a glass of water out, put some offerings, put their pictures, and just make it very homely. And remember that some things, in this life that they didn't like, they may accept as offerings, such as tobacco, certain liquors, as long as they weren't like had any bad connections to liquors, like they weren't alcoholics or anything. Don't give your alcoholic
Mm-hmm.
ancestors liquor, y'all, because yeah, especially not no Henny. Especially not no Henny. But I go into it deeper on Patreon. We actually had a couple months ago a workshop for ancestor veneration. So if you want more
Mm-hmm.
information, I highly recommend you go over there. Our cheapest membership is $5.55 for all of the tea. So, but just
Okay.
remember things that they like, make it look nice, like you're inviting them over for an eloquent dinner, give offerings, different things like that.
Okay.
Thank you so much
Okay.
for calling and
I
asking.
appreciate that.
Absolutely.
Thank you. Y'all have a good day.
Thank you.
Thank
You as
you.
well. Well, the more you know. Now I'm gonna have to do them, but like with Taco Bell.
Taco, oh my gosh. Okay, so I thought it's so funny that you said that.
Oh, what did I open?
No,
That's what I'm gonna
because
get after this show too.
I've been trying to connect with my cousin because she had the nerve to just drop dead on me like in 2017, and I'm still
The
like
nerve, like
the nerve, like girl, why would you leave me here? It's so ghetto. And I know she liked Mexican pizzas, so I was like, should I go get a Mexican pizza and put it out because I don't feel her like I feel the rest of my
Right.
ancestors. I'm like, did you reincarnate, girl? Because I don't feel her energy anywhere. So I definitely thought about doing that because I know what she likes, and she liked Taco Bell. So, as do I. Don't even start. Don't even start. Okay, who's up next?
Our next caller is going to be a caller that I know we had last week. And she was the first in the line. And I don't forget that. 4261. 4261. *6 to unmute yourself. Those are your last 4 digits. 4261. Caller, you're in the room.
Hello?
hello.
Hi.
Hi, guys. Oh, this is so exciting.
How are you? Thank you so much for waiting and being patient and coming back this week.
Yes.
Of course, of course. Well, hi, guys. My name's Penny. I just wanted to first say you guys are awesome. I love watching your show.
Thank
It's a lot
you.
of fun.
Thank
And it's
you.
a lot of fun to have it in the background. But yeah, sometimes it gets really real. Sometimes I have to stop what I'm doing to have a reaction.
Yep.
Thank you.
Yeah, it's really riveting. I just wanted to ask you guys, well, I wanted to tell you guys some things that have happened to me, and I wanted to get hopefully a little bit of advice
Okay.
because I don't really have anyone I can go to about this stuff. And
Okay.
the internet is just too full of stuff too, like so many different pieces of information. I don't know what's good and what's not.
Okay.
So it would be really helpful. So so I started meditating just, for myself
Okay.
not that long ago, and it was going really well, and I enjoyed it. It was great. Calm mind, calm body, all that. It turned out to be working for me.
Mm-hmm.
It was really nice up until randomly, I was out with a friend of mine. We were at a restaurant. It was the dinner rush, so there was people everywhere. I've been to this place before, and I haven't seen her in such a long time. We were just catching up, and I was listening to her just talk to me about this new thing she was doing, and it concerned her grandmother. Now, I got to preface, I don't know her grandmother. I've never met her. I've never seen a picture of her. She's been dead like 13 years
Mm-hmm.
up at that point. So she was talking about her grandmother, who was very Catholic, and I think she was putting crystals, like my friend Shanice was just putting some crystals around where they have a little table for their grandmother. Like they have her Bible on it, a candle, and a picture of her, not much else.
Mm-hmm.
And she started to, she said it wasn't like an instinct. She just felt like putting these little crystals there for grandma.
Right.
She didn't know why, but she expressed that she was
That's me.
feeling confused and concerned as to why she was feeling that way, and if it was even the right thing to do, because her grandma was so Catholic. Now, as she's saying this, I'm just chilling at the table, and I got this. It makes me shake thinking about it because it was so visceral.
Mm-hmm.
I felt cold all over, like someone dumped a bucket of water on me. Like it started from my head and washed all the way down my body, and I felt vertigo. And as I'm feeling all this physically, I get this bright white light, like in my mind's eye, I see this bright white light background and this adorable older Black lady, just in my mind, nodding sweetly and approvingly. And then within 3 seconds, it's all gone. And I'm left huffing and puffing. My friend is like, "What's wrong? Are you okay?" I didn't know how to process it. I told her to just keep talking while I drink my Coke, and I'm listening, so I let her continue talking, because I wasn't even sure what am I supposed to say. It never happened. This has never happened before. And I'm just like, my heart's racing, and I'm calming down eventually. But then I don't know. I almost didn't tell her, but I just had the same thought circling in my head, tell her, ask her at least. So I did. I described what I felt, what I saw, and Shanice was looking at me like I got a second head growing out of my shoulder. And I was just like, ditto, same. I don't know how to feel about this either. But basically what I said to her was, I don't think Grandma's upset. But the craziest part was when I described her, because she looked so vivid, like a memory. Right? But I never seen the woman before ever in my life. But she looked so vividly clear that I was able to describe even a few birthmarks she had. And I was just like, "Does this sound like your grandma?" And she's like, "Yeah, it does. Yes, it does." I was like, "Oh my God." I first asked for a photo, if she had one in her phone, maybe, but no luck. She didn't have anything on her to totally visually confirm that. But she was, her, that was her grandma. She knew what she looked like.
Crazy.
So she was just taken aback. I didn't know what to think or say, but I will say this. I was tired for the rest of the night. I went home. I dropped her off, went home, didn't talk to nobody, didn't tell nobody, just went to bed really early. Didn't know what to think of it. But yeah, eventually I told my mom, but she didn't know what to do with that information either. She believed me, which is nice, but it was still really freaky, mostly because of how it made me feel like, well, if she can just walk up and talk to me, what else
Who
could
else
walk up and
can?
talk
Yeah. Yes. So
Yeah.
I don't know if
it was crazy.
yes, and don't be afraid to continue to meditate. So what a lot of people don't know is meditating is like, it's almost, when you meditate, you are sharpening your third eye. So if you already have a gift that has never been like cultivated, and you don't know that you have it, sometimes meditating will
I did
help
not.
speed it up, or like help that gift be sharpened. So it could be, and
Okay.
I don't know if you've ever experienced it since, it could be that just you meditating and taking care of your spiritual health in that way kind of helps your third eye to be open to other things. Do I feel like this is your last dance with spirit? No. You can't just do that out of
Okay.
nowhere, but keep meditating. Don't let that scare you from doing that, because the first thing that when people ask me like, well, what should I do, that know they have gifts, but just don't know how to use those gifts. The first thing they ask me, what do I do? I say, meditate, 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 meditate. So don't be afraid. And I don't think that this is the last time that you'll have encounter with the dead. In all honesty, I don't think
Oh
so.
my.
Don't be afraid though.
Can I just ask? No, I'll try my best, because, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat too. I was listening to you
Me
guys
too.
say, like, "Hey, I'm morbid, but I like that scary stuff." And it's like, yeah, me too, for real.
Yes.
But
I'm super scared.
yeah, I was just wondering, do you have any maybe tips on how to do a little bit of protection? Is there a way to protect
Yes.
oneself while meditating?
Yes. Before, and I do this all the time, even if I'm planning on if I feel like I'm going into sleep paralysis and then lucid dreaming, I don't like to astral project, but meditating, you can accidentally astral project while
Right.
doing that.
Okay.
So I always ask for my ancestor spirit guides and the Most High God to protect me as before I even start. I'll let them know, hey y'all, I'm about to meditate. I talk to them just like they're sitting right in front of me. I'm about to meditate.
Oh,
Please
cool.
protect my vessel as I meditate. If I should happen to travel outside of my vessel, please protect me from low vibrational energy, spirits, people, places, whatever. And it works so far. I've only accidentally astral projected during meditation once. And it scared me so bad. I was like, I'm never doing this again. I'm never laying down and meditating. But just ask them just out loud, simply like, hey, I need a little bit of extra protection as I'm doing this.
I will certainly do that. I haven't really meditated too much since then because of that incident.
Mm-hmm.
Because it was just so out of nowhere while I was totally preoccupied with,
Yeah.
living life. It's just all of a sudden, whoosh,
Yeah. You
It
may
was,
be a little
I think
clairvoyant,
that's
sis. You may have a gift that you don't know, but just steadily being on a regimen where you meditate on a regular basis, it sharpens that skill because meditating, it goes through your crown chakra all throughout your body. Like you are opening yourself up.
oh,
So that's why I said I think you're probably gonna
gotcha.
see more ghosts in your future. Just don't be afraid. I know it's
Okay.
hard. Don't be scared.
Oh
Thank you
man.
so
Well, you know
much.
what though? Thank you. Yeah, I was going to say the same thing. Thank you so much. This has been a big help, and it was a comfort, to
Yes.
hear that.
Yes. Thank
So
you.
thank you
Thank you.
so much,
Thank
guys.
you. You have a great
All right, take
evening.
care.
Thank you for
You
calling
too.
in. So I believe you have a super chat, Miss
Yes, it is
Miss
my
Noah.
babe. You know, my patrons, they are some of the most loyal people ever. This is Kalisha. Thank you so much to my Bree Hive. We gotta get a bumblebee sound. Bree Hive, that's the cauldron. What she say? Toil, whatever the hell she said. That's me. But it said, how do you wait, how do you connect with your ancestors more? Literally by building a space. Okay, this is how I do it. I can't say for everyone because everyone is different, but how I do it is I built a space for them that I can commune with them. That some days, if I'm cooking, or here's a secret, I'm not domesticated. I don't like cooking. I can cook. I
Not
don't like.
domesticated.
Listen, no. So I don't like cooking, but Mr. Fresh is like Chef Boy RD. He could be cooking the most wildest shit. So like if we cook or whatever, we'll give them a plate of food, go sit with them. Sometimes I'll listen to music in this space. Like I'll turn on old school music and you can literally feel it. Whenever you start communicating, you can feel it. But the most simple thing to start off with is just talk to them. Like I'll be talking to my ancestors like how me and you talk.
Yep.
If I'm angry or if somebody didn't done something to me, I go into my office, to my altar, I ring my bell to call them in, and I'll be like, such and such had me fucked up today, y'all. I really need either some strength. Like, don't give me strength because I might whip their ass. Maybe we just need to,
We'll just air it out.
Right. Like, I talk to them like they're people. And I can honestly say that's the best way to connect with them. And you'll start to feel and get intuitive messages and you be like, that was such a random thought, but okay, it's not a thought. Them is messages from people. They'll send you angel numbers and different little signs that they're there. You want to see if if ancestry is real, ask them to show you. Like I've asked for them, if y'all are hearing me, please let me find a penny on the sidewalk. Let me see something red up in the sky, and it always happens. So that's the best way I can say to reconnect. Somebody says sleep paralysis is a demon trying to take you away. Amen. I say amen. Would you agree?
Yeah.
He knows I'm silently judging his experience.
The one that I had
It
earlier
stresses
this
him
year.
out. Oh, it
The
stresses him
night
out.
of a show where I was getting a little too cocky.
For the OGs, they know exactly what I'm talking about. That it is. I can agree.
You called me too. You called me cackling
Yeah.
too, which was even
No, because he thought he was Superman. He's like talking shit like, yeah, my name is Austin, and I ain't never had to square up with a D word. Not in those words. I'm being dramatic. And then the next
I don't think
morning,
I've ever said those words.
No, you didn't. The next morning, he texts me. He's like, I know his hand was probably like this. What did you do?
No,
to
it
me?"
wasn't nervous. It was more like a
I
damn,
told him
got
the
got.
day before, I said, you're going to fuck around and find out.
And sure
And
enough,
he
I
was
did.
like, okay, if I do. And the next day, I was like,
Why are you running?
yeah.
That was my dream the whole time.
Yeah,
That was my dream
He
the
was
whole
running
time.
from the same. Didn't you wake up and then it?
Okay, so for anybody who doesn't know, I wasn't cocky in the sense like that's not gonna happen to me, but I was like, I've never had that.
Yeah,
I don't know about it. That night, so the night of the show, like we go home, the show's over, I go home, I go to bed.
2 hours later.
I go to sleep
He
and I have
literally
this like
did.
this entity with like just vivid bright yellow eyes like just gunning after me. And the creepy thing was every time I turn around to look at it, my like the vision would zoom in on its eyes. Like almost like the Tarantino
yes.
zoom in. Like it did that every time I turned around. So then I wake up eventually. I'm like, oh my God, I just had a bad dream. I go to sleep and it's like a totally different setting now. And then the entity is there again.
Yep. So and then I was like thinking in my head because I play too much. I've had to run away from this entity, and he was like this. He was like Popeye, or was you running?
No, I was like,
You
I
were-
was. It wasn't like I was sprinting. It was like fast walking when you were like, what the fuck?
Why are you running?
But how this is the D words that come back in another dream are really fucking unhinged. As if I didn't get enough of you in the first dream, because that happened to my daughter recently,
Oh,
and it
no.
scared the crap. She even woke up and like went to the bathroom or something, and then came back to the same like entity trying to square up. I just don't understand. So somebody said they remember the night you fucked around and found out.
Who said that? Who said that?
Who was it? Miss Mirage. They're laughing.
I remember that the night in the, yeah.
Because he was
The
just
lore.
like, yeah. You know, I feel good because some things that Austin didn't believe in, and I told him, hey, dude, this shit is kind of real. I don't know. And he's like, well, you know, I
That
never
ain't
experienced-
shit. Same night. Just
same
bam.
night. Mm-mm. Look.
That's like when you have too much and you're, or like you eat like hella edibles, you're like, this ain't shit. And then you're
right.
like an
and
hour
then
later.
you're smacked.
George, you ever been there?
I kind of want to go there right now. I brought edibles with me.
Oh, my goodness.
And I got him some
He's
more.
in charge of the sound. He's in charge of the video.
Actually, but here's the thing
We've
though
been
about
pretty
George.
spot on today.
George will be high and he'll engineer well. Like
No, like,
yeah.
I
I've never had to
have
worry about George
no-
being too high.
I've never seen him high, or at least not that
No,
I
you
know
have.
of.
You have.
See?
Every time you see me.
And I don't even be knowing. So I have faith if
Yeah.
you take.
Yeah.
I've only tried.
I bought
edibles
him.
once.
I bought
keep
him.
it.
I think it's 100 milligrams total, right,
God
George,
damn.
or
Wait
each
a
one.
minute.
I bought him. I want him to take all of them, like right
Oh
now.
my-
and just
I
know
only
my
had
limits.
edibles like one time, and
Never had
I
'em.
said, "Hell no, I don't like this." I was vacuuming the roof. I said, "Absolutely not."
was
Yeah.
vacuuming the room.
The paranoia will eat you alive
Yes,
if
and
you're not
I-
ready for it. But sometimes I just like to just peer in there. and
Man.
just say hello.
It was one
Hello.
peach ring. It was just one. I should have took.
Well,
I
yeah, but
even
what was the
had-
milligram on it?
I don't know who, and the person that gave it to me, I never forgave them for that. Like, why would you do that to
My
me?
man's just throwing him down the hatch right now.
No, on
Responsibly.
On me. Look,
Responsibly.
Yeah, he's not driving or anything. So
Yeah, yeah.
I mean, he's driving, but not.
I'm driving.
There was one
car.
time I greened out at the studio, and George had to trip sit me over the phone, and he was fucking with me the whole time. So it was during one of the reaction shows. It was with Marcus Deegan, and we hit a pre-roll before the show, and I was like, all right, cool, I'm feeling it. And then I just, after the show, I was like, I'm gonna take a fat rip of this
Oh
pen.
my God.
Took a fat rip, and then I knew I was bad because I was looking at George, like we're in the back room at our desk. I'm looking at George, everything else is black.
Oh God.
And I was like, I gotta drive
Oh.
home.
Yeah.
And so I had to drive, and I called
My
George,
God.
and George's like, "Oh my God, Austin, did you see that cop right now?"
No, literally, I get so paranoid whenever I
That,
smoke.
that's
and
one time
I'm-
I don't get paranoid when I smoke, like, and I'm at home. I think it was just because of the fact I knew I had to drive home.
No, like,
and I
I'm
live 30
paranoid
minutes
as
away
shit.
from that
Yeah.
studio.
No, I'm one of those baby smokers where it only takes 3 puffs to get me high. Listen, I'm not sitting here facing a whole blunt. No. I will be so paranoid if I did. I already have like the problem where I be seeing stuff out of my peripheral.
Oh no!
And whenever I smoked, even if I only hit it a couple times, I'd be like, wow, there's a ghost right
Lexi
there.
said I was zapped. I was
Yeah,
zapped.
dude, the chat is going crazy right
No,
now
on
on the
me.
marijuana talk.
Yeah, no, I do. I smoke. We live in Las Vegas. It is very much so legal. But baby smoker. Oh, did I tell you yesterday? I wasn't smoking, but something super creepy happened in my office.
No.
I forgot. See, this is the things that this call-in show is made
While
of.
you're bringing that up, Franny said, to be honest, I hit blinkers before every show he was on.
And I never knew. I never knew.
I think I
See,
saw
you
him do it
guys-
a couple of times, but
You
With
guys
Fran-
are like really good at hiding your
I
highness.
don't know. We're like modern day.
No.
You know.
Yeah.
We don't face blunts. See, in college, I would smoke blunts in the car, hot box,
Oh my God, me
and
too.
go into class
It was so bad. College
Thinking-
was so bad.
just thinking there's no way that I smell.
and then
like
you became a
weed right
teacher.
now.
Yes, and then and then turned around and became.
Yeah, you spray.
When I
yourself
heard
with
he was
cologne
a
couple of
teacher,
times.
because I've known George since 6th grade. We went to middle school together. We
Yeah.
played sports in high school together. When I heard George was a teacher, I was like, damn, bro, after everything I know we did.
Man,
It's the same way.
Students don't do drugs. You're doing drugs before.
Yeah, George. I mean, I don't think he ever told me.
Oh, it's so hypocritical.
oh, he turned.
You
He
know,
turned into Barbara. Is it Barbara Bush?
Oh, Nancy
Just
Reagan.
say, it
Just
was.
say
Yeah.
no.
Who the
Just
hell is
say
Barbara
no.
Bush? That
I
is a
say
person, I think.
That's the
Just
one of the
say
other bushes.
no.
You
Yeah.
miss 100% of the shots you don't take. And, you know,
I can honestly
I love
say
mushrooms. One day
I've
you'll
never
do mushrooms.
tried. I'm scared. They say if you microdose and you do spiritual shit, you see some spiritual shit.
Who was the
yeah.
spiritualist
I think you're-
Rara at the
you're
studio, and she
completely
brought
fine
like
then.
homemade mushrooms.
She made her own mushroom.
Yeah,
She had like
no, well,
she
it's-
grew them.
Yeah, it's easy to grow mushrooms. You could grow it in like a little storage box and put it in your closet.
Oh,
Just forget.
oh, do you know
No,
the goddamn
no.
recipe?
No, the dude with like long blonde hair that's like 55 years old that I pick mushrooms up for will like explain to me. He's like, yeah, these are the white caps that we got here, and I got an entire room in my house filled with these, man. I'm like,
Jordan's over here like,
great for you.
Had baking soda with some cocaine.
Right, if you add baking
Hey,
soda
you
with
gotta
this
cut
white
it.
substance.
You gotta cut it. How else we supposed to flip a rack out here? You better put that shit in the microwave.
No microwave.
Baby food jar is the best, but I've never did it before.
Right, I don't know the recipe. I don't know.
okay.
I'm just saying.
No,
But no,
I don't know
so
what I'm talking about.
I
Maybe.
can honestly say that's why I don't be smoking. And yesterday I was not smoking, but I
Okay,
would
yeah,
have
so something
literally
happened.
died if I was. I would have packed the dogs, the kids, and the husband up.
Awesome, we
And
doing the
left.
show no more.
Right. Actually, I moved. I moved out of the state. So no, it wasn't too bad. But everybody's sitting in the living room, right? My whole family of 6, including the 2 dogs. And so we had like a pause in talking, and then we just hear, "Take me out to the ball
What?
game."
It was Alexa, bro.
From out of nowhere, right? And so I started getting scared. Like, did my great uncle die? Because that's the only person that ever sung that to me as a kid was him, right? So I called. You know, I had to hit up my aunt and not scare her. Hey, is Uncle Ken all right? Because it scared the shit out of me.
Yeah.
So I was like, okay, whatever. And
Yeah, when you call people and you say that,
Yeah,
like then my
yes.
mind would immediately go, "Oh,
I was
shit,
like,
he's
hey, how
dead."
you guys doing? Everybody alive over there? So then my daughter, she's like, why are you so calm? Because they were scared, legit. Him too. They was all looking at me.
What she's not telling you is the treadmill fucking fell on the
Yeah,
ground.
and then a couple minutes later, I have one of those TikTok famous armless treadmills. And
Right.
it had been sitting up against the wall for days. Nobody was in the office, no kids, no nothing. And it just falls. And I said, Jesus, is that you? Because if it is, please stop. I'm scared. And then I was thinking in my head, like, well, I should have been making content instead of going to Korean barbecue. And they probably were trying to tell me, get your ass in here and record. But that's
got
scared.
bills. Get in
Right.
there.
We got bills, big girl bills. But that scared me so bad. Alexa, we have like 5 of them in the house, and none of them have ever done that. And we don't even use them. It was a
George
waste of money.
had an Alexa at the studio, and it would go off. And now we know why, but
Right. Well, it
would
was
go off
kind of
occasionally.
like a ghost town in there, literally a town full of ghosts in that. But my apartment's brand new. I'm the first person to ever live in it.
But it was in the office where her altar is, where her chest is, her armoire.
Mm-hmm.
Everything spiritual is in there.
the math is mathing. That's what I'm
Yeah.
hearing.
Yeah, the math was definitely math.
Math was definitely mathing.
But
I
I'm-
mean,
I was
George was
scared.
also mean to his Alexa, though.
You be cussing Alexa out?
Yeah,
Everybody,
the Alexa
everybody
would.
gives it the business from time to time.
He would. Well, there was one time it started playing, and George was like, "If you don't shut the fuck up, Alexa."
Yeah, I didn't tell you to come on.
Listen. Now, if Alexa had been like, who the fuck you talking to? Then it
What
would
would, George, what would you do if,
That's
if she
beyond.
talked back to you?
I'd be like, man, this must be the shitty beta version of this. I can't wait till they come out with the pro version.
It just starts
$5
roasting you.
Yeah,
to get ridiculed.
listen. I don't know why creepy shit follows me. It's me. I think I'm the drama.
Am I the drama?
Am I think yes. I gotta be, because it's like you can't blame it on the house this time. The house is brand new. I'm the first tenant, so it's not even like I could say.
But here's the thing, though. We're in Nevada, though.
So
Yes.
the house is new, but the ground isn't.
No, the ground probably belongs to natives.
Who was buried by the mob underneath where
Oh,
our
God.
Well, I wouldn't even say the mob. I'd say the natives.
Yeah, and then one of the apartments over there caught on fire by itself. Like the people literally went to go get Little Caesars and came back, and the place was in flames.
But what about the mob though? Like we're on Jones, so just imagine.
Oh God.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's ghetto.
That
Mob
wasn't
ties.
it wasn't developed
Nope. No.
back when Bugsy Browns or whoever.
Bugsy Siegel.
We don't even know. Listen, I'm calling people Barbara Bush. He's saying Bugsy Brown. Who the hell is? I just can't.
Yeah, Bruce Bufferfield. I don't know.
Bruce Buffer. All right, let's get to another
Yeah,
caller,
let's
George.
get
Who do,
to
who do we
another
have?
Caller 0076 0076 *6 to unmute yourself.
I am dying. She said, I astral project to my boyfriend's house all the time.
Super kinky.
As you should. Nope. Make sure he at home. You said you at home, right? Yep. You better be.
She checking? Or she saying hello?
0076. *6 to unmute yourself.
Is that me?
Yes, that is you. Oh, sorry,
hold
Jordan.
on. I gotta,
Sorry, we'll get
I'm
back to you.
respecting it. All right. Caller, you're in the room.
Uh-oh.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi.
How are you guys?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm good. So my name is Maya. I have like a little short story, but like a bunch of stuff like has happened to me. So I want to tell like this one story. So I was in like this girls group that like would like have like teams come together like every Friday, and they would like take us places like to little programs, whether it was out of state and stuff like that. So it was this time I signed up for this program at this college. It was James Madison University. Sorry, it's my kids in the background.
No, it's fine. I got four of them. It's all right.
And like the group, like I've always wanted to join like a sorority.
Mm-hmm.
So like they had us doing things like about sisterhood, and like they would just tell us things about their sorority or whatever. So one night, like we were being like bad teens, like weren't listening to them, like we weren't supposed to have our phones and stuff like that. We were on our phones, and they all called us down like real late at night. They made us run around like it was like a little field track thing. So that night, like we all like went to sleep or whatever, and I had a roommate, and then like it was a connected room, and it was two other roommates. So we were listening like to the radio to like go to sleep or whatever. It was just like a regular radio station, and we were listening to, I don't know if you know that song by DJ Khaled, like all I do is win, win, no matter what. So we were listening to that song, and then out of nowhere, like the radio just like, oh, run around the track. The devil's gonna get you. The devil's
like that?
gonna get you.
Just like that?
Yeah. And
that
we're
scared
like,
the shit out of me, George.
I just opened my eyes. I'm like, what the heck?
What the
My
fuck?
roommate is like, what are you listening to? And then our other roommates in the other room, like they came out, they're like, yo, what are you guys listening to? And we're like, oh my God, like we're not listening to that. And it just kept repeating it. The devil's gonna get you, run around the track. The devil's gonna get you. I'm like, oh God. They're like, turn that shit off. And mind you, it wasn't like, it was a battery operated radio, but I didn't have batteries. So like I just had the cord to plug it in. So they're like, unplug it. So we unplugged it, and it was still like playing. Like,
hell no.
And we're sitting there, we like, oh my God. So I ended up breaking the radio. Like I just
I don't
threw it on
blame you,
ground.
because what demon was inside of that? Like, that's scary.
Yeah, I left that radio there with them. So just after that, like I just feel like, I don't know, like maybe that's a sign, like I shouldn't join the sorority or something. I don't know. But yeah, that was my story.
That's scary as hell, girl. Okay, so you know who Led Zeppelin is?
Of course.
And then like, doesn't he sing that song Stairway to Heaven? Something like that.
Yes. I think that's Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin. Yeah,
I
whatever.
know the song.
I'm
I
terrible with
learned
names,
it.
yo. I will call MC Hammer James Brown in a minute. But I'm horrible with names. But on YouTube back in the day, which you guys might be too young to remember.
I was around for the beginning
But
of YouTube.
yeah, so some of these songs underneath the tracks have demonic messages in it. They accuse Beyonce, they accuse the whole Illuminati of doing it. And sometimes if you play it backwards or if you manipulate it, you can hear these demonic lyrics. I guess.
My dad used to do that on his record player all the time back in the 40s.
Wait a minute. You said your dad?
Yeah, not the 40s, but
Oh,
yeah, but
shut
like the 70s and 80s. Yeah, he'd do that.
But if you listen to Led Zeppelin backwards, you'll never listen to him again, because some of the stuff that I don't know what energy was manipulating the radio, but I would have broke the radio. I would have left it too. Like that would have been over for me. Thank you for sharing, because baby, I would have been terrified. I ain't joining shit. I'm not joining none of it at all.
Yeah, I didn't want no part of
after that. And then like later on, I found out like sororities are like kind of like, I don't know if they want to say demonic in a way. Like they take Bible scriptures from like God and like they turn it in like to their own thing that fits like the organization. So like they'll say, oh, like let's say it was a commandment in the Bible. Oh, before you brush your teeth, you pray to God. It's before you brush your teeth, you pray to this organization.
Yes.
And it's
Yeah.
like what? It's
Well,
really
did you see all
crazy.
those girls that recently pledged? I think they pledged. I don't know if they were AK or Delta, but they all denounced the organization because that they were doing exactly what you're saying. Like they are Christian and they have their faith, and now that faith is being turned into something else. It was a big thing on TikTok. Like a lot of these girls that just pledged, they were dropping. And their sorors were like condemning them for dropping, but at the same time, the Christian community was like, "You can't play with our word. You can't, do that." So I know exactly what you're talking about. So that's crazy, man. Thank you so much for sharing.
Can I
No
denounce the
problem. Thank
IRS?
you guys.
I didn't. You're
I love
welcome.
you guys.
Thank you. Have a great rest of your
I
night. Thank you so much for going.
denounce that demonic organization.
Yeah, like what do you especially now that I have a
IRS?
business, like, oh, that's the worst part
Them
about having
folks
your own
get
business
me
is them
every.
taking.
Oh my God, they give me every year.
Yeah, well, I mean, because I started the business in May, and so now like every time I get paid, I'll be like 30%, just in another account.
Yeah.
I don't remember them working 30% of my jobs.
Listen, that's why
IRS.
I got kids. I listen, my tax write-offs and my children.
Oh yeah, no, I'm just doing that just to be safe. I know I'm not gonna have to pay them.
Yeah, a lot of people don't know. I'm like, I wear a lot of hats. I do taxes.
Yeah, I tried to get her out of retirement last night, but
Yes. Oh yeah. He was like, I used to own a credit repair company and I took it over and started a business processing company, outsourcing process over in the Philippines. And so credit repair, he was like, "Hey, you want to come out retirement?" I said, "Hell no."
come out of retirement for myself.
I said, I didn't even come out retirement for me. I had some shit that I needed to remove, and I went and hired somebody.
We got some folks.
We got some folks that
you
got
guys
some
are
folks.
getting me hooked up. But we're gonna take a quick break. We gotta do a little bathroom break.
You guys don't leave. We're just human, and we're drinking a shit ton of Red Bull and water, and we just have to use the
sponsor us.
restroom. Listen, sponsor us, please. I'm about to
Red
email
Bull.
them. Yeah, I'm gonna be like, y'all niggas hiring.
Watch your profanity.
And we'll be right back.
All right.
George's just coming in with some fire songs right now. That was pretty cool.
Yes, sir. That's what I'm doing.
We're back. We're waiting for Black Cauldron. We're just taking care of ourselves. We do have a super chat we're gonna get to once she gets back. We have a caller who wants to tell us her story, but yeah. So a little bit about what we got going on here at Truly Bizarre. Still working on that ghost hunt we just did a few months ago, back in May. George, yeah,
Yep.
like first weekend in May.
Correct.
Working on that, hoping to have that out next month, and then I think we're going back to the Pioneer next month, and then I'm still working on trying to get us the Goldfield Hotel.
Yeah.
That one's gonna be
big
crazy.
one. That will be a big one.
Close the door. Black Cauldron came in. Mr. Fresh slammed the door on her.
I want to make sure you ain't say that inappropriate.
Oh Lord, I'm the queen of it. I'll be nice on the internet. Y'all have no clue.
She like, it be stanking there. And you're like, oh my.
No, I was gonna say I really loved how we kind of chatted, and they really liked it too. Like,
Yeah,
they
no,
were
absolutely.
doing it in the comments. Like, I was reading and I'm like, yo, it's a little community.
It is. We've definitely grown it since the first show.
Boogie had a lot to say. Boogie was in there keeping the conversation going.
Bookie.
Yeah.
Boogie in August.
Yeah.
Yeah, shout out to y'all.
So we do have a super chat from Mrs. Brown 88. $20 super chat. Thank you so much. Last four is 9954, George.
9954 *6 to unmute yourself. Send this to your spooky friends right now. They're gonna want to hear this one. This is a special super
Yes,
chat.
definitely share it.
I could feel it. Caller, you are in the room.
Am I in the room?
Yes, you are.
Hey.
Hello, can you? Hey, how y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Good.
I'm all right. So I've had two experiences, and I really want to talk about them. So the first one, I became spiritual like back in August. Like I left the Christian church over the summer and been on my own journey since. And well, my mother-in-law, she passed away last year in January, and it hit me and my husband like really hard.
I'm sorry to hear that.
And I figured out in January that I needed to stop grieving over her so hard. So that's when I really started meditating. I detoxed off of like some medications I was on and stuff. And well, during that detox, one of my detoxes towards the end, I fell asleep, and it was like I was taken to a different dimension, like literally. And I remember shooting, like just like kind of flying, kind of, and then all of a sudden I was just walking into like a big, beautiful apartment building, and I walked up the steps, and I just walked into the apartment like I knew where I was going. And so I walk in, and I see my mother-in-law standing there, and then I see my husband's grandparents there. And his grandparents passed away in the last 5 years that me and him been together. So I was there for that. I knew both of them. And his mother at first was really kind of stern with me, like she always is when she has something serious to say. And, she told me that I need to pick myself up and I need to, take care of my family because we had people against us that wanted to ruin what she had left for my husband. And she told me I need to protect our kids and I just need to get well and push myself to do the things that I normally would do. And then, like, the whole room relaxed and she was just laughing and, we were just talking. And his grandfather, who I never heard spoke before, like he had dementia really bad when I got with my husband. So I never heard this man speak before, not even once. But in that scenario, like, he was really funny. He was really, just a totally different person from what I remember. And as a thank you to them, as being grateful for them for giving me these messages, I can't remember everything she said, but that was the gist of it, to get my shit together and to take care of my family. And I cooked them a meal as to show my gratitude. Like, I cooked them a meal in this apartment building, and I served all three of them. And then I was like shot back into my body. And when I woke up, all I could do was like say, "I'm sorry, Miss Regina. Like, I'm sorry. Sorry I haven't been doing this right." Like, I felt like I needed to apologize. I don't know why I was apologizing, but I was apologizing. And I went and told my husband, and my husband was like, "What, you saw my mama and my grandparents?" I was like, "Yes." Yeah, I did. It was like our mouth wasn't like opening, like our mouth was all shut, but it's like we were all communicating like telepathically. It was so bizarre. So I don't know what that was really about.
It's just ancestors coming through, telling you to pick yourself up. Normally, whenever ancestors come through, it's always to drag us and tell us about ourselves. But the fact that you saw all of them, it's just confirmation.
And then like a week later, a family member, my husband's family member, did call DHS on us, Child Protective Services. They showed up at our door. No case was open. Nothing was done out of it. But somebody really tried to take our kids from us.
And she told you that.
That was the wow moment. That was the wow moment for me. Like, wow, like she was really wanting me or something.
Yep, and that's exactly. And whenever it's so crazy, you said you left the Christian church shortly before this had happened, and you're in the spiritual realm, right? You're opening that communication gateway, almost like you can communicate with me. It's cool, and that's why they chose you. Did your husband also leave the church?
No, he was never in church. He never really believed in the whole Christian thing. And me and him, we thought about that a lot last year while I was in the church.
Yeah.
But then when I started more awakening to things and stuff, like we've been kind of on the same spiritual path, but I'm kind of more into it than he is. Like
Mm-hmm.
he's more reserved about it.
Yeah.
I'm more open. I'm more practicing. I'm more doing things
Yeah.
to, become more spiritual.
Mm-hmm. Yes. And we get messages from them so much. It's almost a blessing though that they came to you in this dream or what have you, because people don't know the ancestors hang out in the astral plane. They're just in a different dimension. It's almost like they're in a different dimension. That's why they're able to travel back and forth from Earth back to wherever they're at, right? So I
Yeah.
totally believe you. Like that has happened to me before. Remember I said a little bit earlier, I was laying down meditating and I accidentally astral projected somewhere else. But whenever I was meditating, it was to meet with my ancestors. Like it was a guided
Yeah.
meditation for that. And I met my great grandmother and I met her in a place that we love, which was a jewelry store. That lady loved her some gold and diamonds. And we were picking out rings. And this is something that we had done in real life before. And she did not speak, but she was speaking to me telepathically. And someone last week said the same thing whenever they met up with their ancestors or a spirit. It was something where they weren't talking with their lips moving. They were just, you can hear them in your head.
Yeah.
And so that's
Yeah.
very, very normal whenever you talk about visitation with ancestors. So, but thank you so much for the super chat, for the story. I 100% believe you. Trust me, it happens.
Can I tell you one more thing real
Yeah,
quick?
absolutely.
One more? Okay. So soon after that, we had our 1-year-old, my husband's cousin's baby over at our house. And he was staying the night with us. He's 2 now, but he was 1 at the time, earlier this year. Anyways, he was in our bed, and we all fell asleep. And I remember, like, waking up and waving to his dad in our bedroom. And I see him, well, I think it's his dad anyway. He bends down like he's picking up his son, and he waves to me. And when I wave, now I remember, like, I can still see my body laying down on my pillows. It's like my arm came out of my arm to wave to him. Okay. And so I'm thinking my little cousin, I call him nephew. He's actually my little cousin, but I'm thinking my little nephew's in the bed was, it's gone at this point. I'm thinking his dad had came in the middle of the night to grab him up. So later on, I get up to go to the bathroom, and I come back. I got my phone flashlight, and I'm about to crawl up in my spot, and my nephew's in our bed. And I'm like, okay, like I could have, like, I thought your daddy came and got you, but okay. So, like, it really threw me off. And then when I woke up, when I told my husband, I was like, I could have sworn that Victor, his dad came over here to pick him up last night. And my husband was like, that's crazy, because I thought I let him into the house. I heard a knock at the door. I went to the door and let him in. And so we're both like, what happened that night? Like, he knows he let this man in. And I know I saw him in our bedroom, bent over the bed, picking up the baby. So I don't know what happened that night.
And what did daddy say? He's probably like, I don't know what neither one of y'all talking about.
Yeah. The mom and daddy looked at us like, what the heck?
Yeah, no, see, just be careful. I know you said that you are new in the spiritual realm. Sometimes we do things on accident and open up things that we don't mean to open up, but it's because we don't know no better. We're just learning how to navigate spirituality. You can accidentally open gateways, portals, and you're trying to communicate with, say, ancestors or whatever the case is. So just be very, very cautious whenever it comes to that. Before you go to sleep, I know this is like, people tell you to pray before you go to sleep, but you're praying mainly to give thanks and like show gratitude, but mainly for protection. We are our most vulnerable while we're sleeping. Trickster spirits are a thing. Demons are a thing. Low vibrational spirits. So just be careful, because the fact that you said what you said, and then your husband was like, I let him in, but they're all just super confused as to what's going on, tells me that was definitely some kind of trickster spirit, in my opinion.
Oh, okay.
So
Thank
just
you for letting me know that. Yeah.
Yes, yes. If you want to learn
Okay.
more about like spirituality or whatever the case may be, I do have a Patreon where I teach spiritual
I've tried to
practices.
join your Patreon so many times. It won't take my debit card or my husband's debit card. They
Oh
let
my
me send you a
gosh.
super chat. So I don't know what's
Aw.
going on. I've tried to join your Patreon so many times.
You know what? I would definitely reach out to them because I've never heard of that before. No one's ever told me that.
Yeah.
So, but we do all we talk about. I
Yeah.
have a chat over there that, it's kind of like the community here on YouTube, how everybody is answering questions for each other. They do that, and we just do a bunch of stuff over there that helps new spiritualists and seasoned ones that just kind of, want to learn a little bit more. So, but definitely reach
Yeah,
out to
I'm gonna definitely
Patreon.
try again. But thank you so much.
You're
Thank
welcome.
you.
Thank you again for the super
All
chat.
right, no problem. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. That is crazy.
That reminds me of like, have you seen the videos of, and it's like CCTV footage, like a Best Buy or something, and you see the security guard like wave as the door opens, and then nobody walks in.
I've never
And
seen that.
No, there's like a ton of them where like security guards are like waving or they're talking to somebody, and then there's nobody there, but they were like, I saw him.
Oh, I didn't see the Best Buy one. I have seen videos like that though,
Yeah,
especially like researching for.
Yeah,
YouTube.
that's what that reminds me of though, like with the story of like, well, I let him in.
Yeah, well, she was on the verge of astral projecting anyway. If she was
Right.
able to see her body, I can never get used to that. I can't. You said that. Oh, I was trying to read the comment. It's moving. Can't hit a demon, but it can hit you. They're spirits. Yes. Hello. That is very much so true. Because listen, I have been trying to I try to fight back anytime I have my little spiritual attacks, my sleep paralysis, as doctors like to call it, but I don't win every time. Do we have another caller?
We do. We actually have a caller that called in with video. You don't have to put yourself on video, but if you want to, you're more than welcome to. But this is going to be Lexi. Lexi, if you want to unmute yourself.
Do we know this Lexi or is this a new Lexi?
No, there's a Lexi that's always in our chat.
Yes.
Possibly.
Is this Butterfly Lexi?
Yeah, this is Butterfly Lexi.
Is it?
I don't know. I'm asking.
Thank you.
Yeah,
Camila.
can you hear me now?
Yes, we
Hey.
can. There we go.
Oh, cool. Yeah, definitely the butterfly Lexi. Yeah.
Okay,
What
hey,
up?
girl,
What's
hey.
up?
What's up, y'all? It's so funny to actually hear you talking directly to me instead of me just listening as a bystander.
Thank you so much for your patience.
Yes, thank you.
Of course. So I wanted to talk to you guys, I guess, about like a dream kind of situation that I had recently.
Mhm.
And I want to preface it with like, ever since I was a kid, when I used to have dreams, it would kind of predict stuff. And so it makes me nervous. If I see stuff in my dream, I'm kind of like, I got a little hezzy, like, okay, is this going to happen for real?
Mm-hmm.
And so, like, for example, when I was a kid, I had a dream that I had to give like a talk in front of like a big group of people. We end up having an assembly and I won like some type of award and I did have to do that. Or I had this dream that I was falling down these brown stairs, just kept on falling, like the art you seen with stairs in like different directions and stuff. This was in my dream. And then I ended up getting moved to elementary school, and those exact same stairs from my dream were in the school. So, it really tore me up. I had like vertigo or whatever. Like I used to always have to be the line leader because I would be so nervous on them because, I'm like, oh snap, I was like dying on these, my dream or whatever. So anyway, recently I had this dream where I was in the bed sleeping and my husband was, like in the room over, in his gaming setup that he's got going. And so I'll wake up in my dream and at the foot of my bed, kind of right in the doorway, is this big, huge spirit, huge guy. And he's kind of like bald in, big, huge stomach, probably like 7 foot something, And so I like get out of bed and I'm, walking towards, I got to get through him to get like around the corner, kind of in a U shape to get to my husband. And so he's like standing there. I'm like, fucks up or whatever. And And so he's like, he said something about like kind of like mumbling like whatever, like I guess I'm your high or ghost or whatever type thing. And I was just like, I kind of like poo-pooed it, like the fuck out of here, and
Right,
I
right.
just like went past him. And because I'm so sick of that. I
Yeah.
get sleep paralysis all the time. I used to see the Hat Man all the time when I was a kid and stuff. And so I'm just over,
Over it.
the
Yep.
engagement. And so I was like, no, fuck out of here. And so I go around the corner and like go through him. And then I like zoom to be right in front of my husband, which really would have been like 10 feet away if I was like actually waking. And so when I get up to my husband, I'm like pummeling him, just like wah, 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 just punching him all in his face, and he's just like stuck in his hit stun, just knocking back and forth, just looking ridiculous. And then the whole time that I'm doing it, I'm just like crying, 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 like, oh no, I can't. Please help me stop. I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Oh, please help me stop. Somebody help me. I don't want to do this, And then I wake up because it was so disturbing. I'm like, oh my goodness, like they just really hurt my feelings so much to be able to not have control of my body like that.
Yeah.
And then, for me, because I know it's not like that for everybody, but when I dream, if I have a physical engagement, if I'm trying to hit, it's the little SpongeBob, getting hit by flats. It's just
Hmm.
yeah, little squeaky.
Yes,
It ain't
yes.
doing nothing. And so and so when I was doing that, I'm like, oh man, like it really like told me up because I'm like, I was really like hurting him. I couldn't stop. I couldn't pull any of those punches. It was just going, going, going. And so I get up, I go to the restroom, and I'm just like getting myself together because I'm just trying to like shake off how disturbing that was. And then
Hmm.
my husband come and check on me, and he like, you good, babe, whatever. I'm like, yeah, I just had a bad dream. And then we came, in the bedroom together, and he was like, yeah, I just took the trash out because I just had this real wave of depression that hit me. And I was like, let me just get up and just do something. And so
Hmm.
he took the trash out, and I'm like, wow, at the same time that he said he had this wave of depression, that's
Hmm.
exactly when I was dreaming that I was pummeling him, just pop, pop,
Hmm.
pop, pop. And so
That's
he came and he
crazy.
laid down with me. Exactly. Exactly.
That gave me
And so,
goosebumps. Like when somebody else is feeling some shit that you going through, and
okay,
that's no, that's scary.
completely separate. Yeah.
Yeah.
And so, so here's another odd thing, right? And mind you, nothing like this ever really happens for real. It's usually all just independent and just myself. So he goes, yeah, I had this wave of depression, so I just got up and took the trash out. All of this stuff, simultaneous. I'm like, okay. So he laid down with me, and he put his arm around me, and I had another hand, his other hand on my other arm, and something just told me, spirit just told me, like, I'm finna pray on him. And
Hmm.
normally, if I pray, um, I pray like for him and for strength and things like that. But I've never actually had him, hands on my hand and like deciding, you know what, I'm going to pray on him. I've never done that
Hmm.
before. But I'm saying this in my head, right? And so, I get started. Mind you, I haven't really had like a good prayer session in maybe years because I'm just now getting back into spirituality.
Hmm.
So I get it going, XYZ about protection and this and that, and he jumps. He jumps in his sleep. And so he's like, he says, what was that? And I'm just like,
Mm.
well, sometimes when you see, because when he laid next to me, he just pretty much just went to sleep immediately. And so I was like, well, sometimes when you dream, you like fall in your dream. So maybe you kind of had
Yes,
like a
Yep.
little
that's true.
startle like that.
Hmm.
So that's what I told him. And then I was like, well, and then also too, as soon as I grabbed your hands, like a couple of seconds in, I, decided I was going to pray on you. And then all of a sudden you jump and you interrupt the prayer.
Hmm.
So, and so so this just disturbed me. So
Yeah.
I told my coworker, I'll call him old man Dave, and he uh told me because he's like very Christian, but he's not like overbearing with it. So I just wanted to
Hmm.
get like his personal opinion because I don't have like a church that I'm going to because I'm building up on my kind of
Hmm.
engagements and when it's going. So anyway, he was like, basically telling me the intuition that you had to pray on him, you need to keep that going and you need to keep praying on him and praying for protection for you all and for your household. And so I've been doing it, especially when I go to sleep, because every night after that it was so extreme in
Yeah.
my room with this heavy presence. It's so murky. I could
Right.
hardly even move my body through kind of thing. It was so overbearing.
Hmm.
And so lace it, nice little prayer. Okay, cool. Now I can go to sleep. Ironically, how you were just saying before, you should be praying before you go to sleep, and not always just the gratitudes, but like actual protection,
Protection,
because that's
yeah.
when you're the most vulnerable when you're sleeping. And that probably was just for me, but yes, I've been doing it, and it's been like better when I sleep.
Yes.
And then I also like when, we've been talking a lot about how, water is really active right now. So I decided to like do these gratitude prayers when I shower, because I'm like, okay, let me kind of intensify it with the water and whatnot.
Yep.
So, yeah, so I want to know what you thought about that with the
Okay.
whole, him jumping in his sleep and,
It's time to
him
cleanse,
having a
honey.
depression. Yeah,
It's
that's what,
time to
yes.
cleanse.
And so that's
Listen,
what I've been doing.
that praying, listen,
Yeah.
there's a lot of things, because obvious you said you're looking for a new church. So I would definitely look up cleanses that have something rooted in hoodoo, because that's all we pray in spiritualists.
Mm,
We go to the Bible, we still pray, we do all of that, right?
mhm,
Because it sound for him to jump while you were specifically mentioning protection is something.
mhm.
Yes, and Miss Fresh is over
Yeah.
here in the corner. It might be something on him. Who knows? But
Mhm,
very, 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 very much so needs to cleanse, hit the corners, wipe it down with your oil of choice, whether that be holy oil or protection oil. Read them Psalms 91 for
mhm,
protection, 23 for spiritual attacks, and read it over. And I like how you said that you are using water. Water is one of the greatest tools. You do not need
mhm.
herbs. You do not need, yep. Listen, you don't need none of
Well,
that. You don't need no herb. You don't need nothing. Water, if you ever just feel energy that, like you said, is just really thick and smothering, go to a sink and just
yeah.
run your hands underwater and pray. That's it. Like, that is one of the
Ah.
best ways that you can cleanse your energy quickly without having to go in your cabinet and get your herbs. So
Mhm,
I would
mhm.
say definitely it's time to cleanse both of y'all. I don't know if you guys have children. If you do, cleanse the kids
Yeah,
too.
we got a 4-year-old just like you.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, y'all got a miscreant then, because my 4-year-old be running me through the ringer. But just
Okay.
cleanse, 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 cleanse. Pray, stay prayed up. Um, I don't know if you believe in salt, but salt is also very much so a protectant. Put them at the doorways and the windows of your home, and
Mm,
just do it like that. So, but
yeah.
yeah, that's what I feel like you just need to cleanse and continue to pray.
Mhm. That's exactly what I've been writing. I'm like, okay, you know what? That's definitely a cleanse. But then I'm like, we carry so much stuff over the years and haven't really moved too much out. So we've been working on reducing what we have, because we plan to be like moving pretty soon. So
Mm-hmm.
we've been really working on like cleaning up our space. And I'm like, okay, and
Mm-hmm.
once we get to a really good spot, then I can do like an actual house cleanse, and it won't be
Mm-hmm.
anything stuck in some type of corner because we got, clothes from 3 summers ago or something
Girl, you sound
still,
just like me
folded up in this
3 summers
tote.
ago. Yes. Yeah.
So yeah, but that's exactly. I'm like, in the meantime, I'm gonna keep doing, the prayer and working with the water, and then as we keep working through the house, that's what I'm do, like an
Yes.
actual full, because that's exactly what I'm thinking. I'm like, let me add somebody else a little practice.
Yeah.
Plus, I
No.
just wanted to
Yeah.
share that because it's only so many people. I've only told like 2 people. I
Yep.
just told my husband. Now he was cracking he was laughing so much,
But
but
that's just
but it was just
because
because it was
men,
weird, because
it's
it's a crazy
weird,
They're
right?
dream.
It's
stubborn.
uncomfortable
Yeah.
too. So I would just say, like the people in the comment, they're actually telling you different things to do as well. Olive oil, all of that good stuff. I know that you're probably not a spiritualist, like I don't know what your faith is. I know you
No,
said you're looking
no,
for.
I'm kind of right now. I'm actually leaning towards more of looking into like a hoodoo kind of deal. So
Mm-hmm.
I'm more on like talking with what I would say would be like maybe my spirit guides, ancestors, like that
Yeah,
kind of
join
deal.
us.
Like
Come
whoever's
over to
watching over me,
Patreon.
paying
I be
attention to me.
telling
Yeah,
y'all,
that's where
come
I need to
over.
be.
Yeah,
Yeah.
come over to Patreon. We get down over there. We're a bunch of hoodoos, a lot of newbies that are still learning. So come over there.
Yeah, yeah, because I just want something that's just related to my skin.
Mm-hmm.
I don't want something that we might have been pacified with, but I love how people have been saying that the Bible is, full of spells,
It
and that
is.
the whole deal that y'all are going through with Psalms, I'm absolutely loving it. And I did write down, you said 91 and 23. So
Yes,
I will be
ma'am.
looking into those too.
Yep. I
But
say
yeah, that
amen.
was,
Thank you so much. I appreciate it.
yeah, of
Please
course.
cleanse for real, girl. Cleanse, please. Huh? These is
What'd you
noise
say?
canceling for real.
Was that Manny?
Convince him, yes.
It is him.
That's
yes.
the junior spiritualist. He said, convince him to do it as well.
Spiritualist in training.
Yeah. Convince your husband as well.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right. Thank you so
Yes,
much.
thank
All
you for
right. Thank
calling in.
y'all. That was fun.
Absolutely. Okay, so Kamisha has sent another super chat. Thank you so much, Kamisha. It says, I had a dream about my daughter. Yes, give her.
Yes.
Yes. I had a dream about my daughter getting beat up. A week later, she was in a fight and beat the girl up. Oh, well, then you ain't had nothing to worry about. I think that was got a little MMA fighter over there. I don't know if that would you consider that a warning? I feel like that's the foresight.
Like foresight.
I don't know. I put more faith in your baby, that's for sure. Little Jackie Chan. Put more faith in her because you was probably like, what the hell? You know, I didn't teach her how to get beat up. And she ended up whooping ass. So good. Shout out to your baby. Okay. Do we have anybody else in line?
Yeah, we go to caller 1458 1458 *6 to unmute yourself.
Hello.
Caller, you're
Hello.
on the road.
Hi, how are y'all doing?
Good. How are you?
Doing well. Wow, I'm surprised I actually got through. This is the first time being able to call in.
Oh, I'm so glad.
Glad
Thank you
you
for being
made it.
patient.
Yeah, so I would listen from Kuwait. Right now I'm stateside, so I
Okay.
have a few things to say.
You were in Kuwait?
So last year, yeah.
Oh, I know you got a
Yeah,
few things to
so
Man, listen.
So last year, my family, which is my daughter and I, moved to Kuwait. I consider myself a spiritualist, so I pray and kind of do various practices. So there was a situation that happened with my daughter. She is a loving child, and she wants to make friends. Recently, she just turned 10. So there was this one lady that was also a single parent, and she has a daughter that was like a year younger than mine. Probably, okay, so we got there in August. Probably by October, that's when the little girl made disparaging comments about my daughter to her parents. So much so that they said, we don't want you to be around. I'm like, okay. Which I get. So my daughter has been going through this situation where she's been, I guess, targeted by both the mom and the daughter. And then she has dreams about them. And when I hear the dreams, I do, the egg cleanse where you rub the egg all over the body and then you crack it open and then you look at it and then you set it for like 3 days near the bedpost. And then I also do like the cleansing with the Palo Santo. I also use sage. I make sure that the house is all open because this particular family lives like on the 10th floor of our building. They work at our same school. And so, so I guess what I'm saying here is like, I'm doing everything I can to try to protect my daughter. And even though it's been about a month or so, she still has dreams about this little girl and her mom coming into her dreams. Is there anything that I can do to like help protect her? Or do I need something more stronger than just prayer and like what more can I do?
So was this, you said it was a month ago. Were you guys here in the States or in Kuwait?
We've been here in the States for the last month.
Okay.
We have come here to do administrative things. And those are coming together. But when we were in Kuwait, like it seemed like this girl's name would always come up, or my daughter would have dreams about this girl and this mother. And, so I would do the egg cleanse and I would say prayers. I would clean out the house. I would open up the windows, to make sure things were all going out. Okay.
So the family, the girl and her mom, they live here or in Kuwait? Because to me, it sounds like they doing something. I don't know. Brianna even said in the chat, and
Yeah,
that lady doing some shit on them. Because that's what it sounds like to me.
yeah. Okay, well, they live in Kuwait. Well, they live in. They're actually from the UK, but they live in Kuwait right now. They're over the summer. They went back home. Everybody goes back home over the summer.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah. So, I don't have any dreams about it, but when my daughter tells me, I'm like, whoa, that's not cool.
Yeah, no, it's not.
So,
I would say give your baby a spiritual bath, and you could you could literally. There's so many that you can choose from. We're actually about to go back into stock with my spiritual bath soaks. Don't tell nobody else, y'all. But so a spiritual bath, and then in a little, you could do like a baggie or a white cloth. Put some sage, mugwort, salt. What else? And rosemary in like a little satchel, right? You can pray over it, put it under her pillow, as well as a glass of water under her bed, if you can.
Okay.
If it's high enough. If not, you can sit it on her nightstand. But the fact that they're doing this is weird. I don't know. I hate to ask, what race or ethnicity are these people?
I think they're like Indian or Pakistani.
Okay. I don't know their practices. It sounds like you guys live in a pretty mixture of people wherever, in Kuwait or whatever the case is. But
yeah,
that's what I would do. I would give her a spiritual bath for 7 days. You can let her bathe the regular way and then put her in a spiritual bath that is geared towards protection. Make sure that whenever you're praying over her, you're having her pray as well. That little satchel full of, like I said, sage, mugwort, rosemary, and salt in like a white cloth, and put it underneath her pillow, a glass of water, not like a cup, but like a glass of water under her bed or on her nightstand.
Okay.
People are so fucking evil. Like, why would you ever? I promise you, she's not dreaming of them people for no reason. I don't believe in coincidences like that. And then they're like night terrors at that. Like, I don't know why she didn't want to be your daughter's friend anymore, but children are off limits. Like, in my opinion, they are always off limits. So, if you ever have any questions or if you want to keep me updated because I'm nosy, you can email me as well. Listen, I feel like we besties now. Email me and let me know how it goes, if this helps, because if it doesn't, then you might need to see somebody that does disconnections and different things like that. And I can refer you to someone like that.
That would be very helpful. I just know that, I do the eggs and I try to, cleanse everything, but I don't dream about this particular person, but I am very spiritual. Like, I can sense things.
Mm-hmm.
And when I do, that's when I start, I just start cleaning the house. I open up the windows and doors and I leave them open for a good hour, start spraying stuff. And the good thing about Kuwait is they have a lot of incense.
Yes.
So I burn specific incenses with certain smells together.
Yeah.
To leave it 8. And then I'm praying. And then, and I don't know if this is a factor, but recently she got diagnosed with ADHD. And I don't know if maybe that's part of her connecting to because I know some people say when children do, that means they're also spiritually inclined.
Yes.
And that makes them a little bit more of a target.
Yes. Listen, I have an ADHD child that scares the crap out of me a lot.
Do I scare you?
You scare me. You scare me. No, but see, whenever it's different because you have ADHD, but whenever you are a spiritualist, if you close it off, which you're not a spiritualist,
right.
So you close it off.
I'm not one of the girlies.
But look at how morbid you are. You're not one of the
they
not like
problems.
us, okay? Y'all are different. But the people that have spiritual parents or are spiritual and have ADHD are more spiritually inclined. And since she's still a child, you have to be like the advocate and clean up the messes for her until she learns to do them on her own. So yes, I totally believe that people with ADHD and that are spiritualists sometimes have it a little harder than the rest of us. So, but prayers for your
Well,
baby. Let me know if that works. If not, I can refer you to someone.
okay. Okay. All right. Well, I greatly appreciate it. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you for your
Thank
call and your
you.
patience.
This chat is going crazy.
Yep.
It's booming, and it's
booming.
talking about some heavy shit.
That's because Marcus, his ex-girlfriend, they was doing some black magic.
Oh no, no,
Whoa,
Marcus,
spill the
not
deets
the
over here.
black
All right,
magic.
so we in the chat, right? Marcus TV, his ex-girlfriend, they from Louisiana. They
Oh God.
they rooted in that stuff. You feel me? Which it don't got to be bad stuff. You
Well,
know
that
what I mean?
stuff, we
Like,
call
but
it
they,
that
they,
shit.
They using it for dark magic essentially. And even though her grandma and them was witches, they still tapped into the spirituality because
It's
what is-
bloodline.
It's
Bloodline.
It's bloodline. That's
Yeah,
why I said it's
and
in their blood.
Listen, Marcus, you didn't eat the spaghetti, did you?
Wait. What does that mean?
You know what it means,
Hold on.
Austin.
If you know, you know. You ain't. Don't be eating nobody's spaghetti. Don't eat no.
Hey,
Do
Austin,
not
if your
eat a
lady makes
woman.
spaghetti,
You better look at
watch
her.
her make it. I want to see you open the spaghetti sauce.
Yeah, he said she did rituals on me. So for those who are totally lost, there is a certain type of spell or a ritual where a woman will put menstrual blood in your spaghetti. It is
yeah.
not, oh yeah, I remember that.
Yummy.
All casual.
No.
Not
So
yummy.
I have a story from somebody that I know that I worked with. No, it's not my story. Oh, delicious. No. I have worked with a guy when I worked for the gas company. He's something a little off about him, but he was telling me how his ex at the time used urine in cupcakes that she made for him.
Yeah. Yes, that's the thing too. Any body. Oh no, he said I definitely ate it. Jesus.
Oh no.
Oh
Good on
man.
him.
Oh no. Yeah, Marcus.
He need a cork.
Yeah, he needs he gonna need a little bit more than that. Marcus, definitely, if you don't mind calling, because this man said he definitely ate the spaghetti, that she was doing rituals and he didn't know until probably after the fact.
I didn't know, y'all.
Oh no.
My mom told
George. Damn, George.
my mom
poor
told
guy.
my brother, don't eat another woman's spaghetti. Sonny, I'm telling you. And that's why I be teaching my sons, like, be careful. So urine, secretions. I listen.
Yeah, exchanging spit.
Exchange, yeah, spit.
How you tugging them down?
Yes.
What if I've been with this person almost 10 years and am I?
It's still a blood tie.
Well, I mean, it's different. Okay, what you? I don't even want to know, bro.
No,
Circles
I'm
and
not
squares.
saying, but like she cooks for me.
No, well, yes, you can trust her. She's
Right,
not
but,
a
like, don't just go to
brouhaha. Okay. Well,
No.
sorry, Vanessa. Don't put. He's not sleeping on the couch. Don't do him like that.
No,
No.
I am sitting on the couch.
But I can honestly say, like, that shit will make you love somebody to death because you really don't. This is why I don't do love spells. And I notice a lot of creators that are in the spiritual space on TikTok, they market these products to do love rituals, love conjurings, to get somebody to love you. Listen, babe, they'll love you all right. To death. To death do y'all
Yeah.
part because they really don't want you. You see what I'm saying?
Franny said I got love spilled.
Oh God, Franny, why you ate the spaghetti too, Lord?
Franny's married. He definitely ate the spaghetti. Franny's
Wait,
married.
Is he?
Franny, yeah, he's been married.
Franny, what the Fran man? What the fuck? I never knew that. What? I never knew he was married.
Yeah.
Oh
He's
my
married.
gosh, I love Franny.
Yeah.
He said he ate it. Her tail was crazy. Yes. So it will. This person, like, whenever y'all do love spells to make somebody obsessed with you, yes, but they'll become so frustrated and so like jealous, but at the same time they're like, why am I doing all this? That they will literally, I don't know if I can say that on here. They will literally unalive you. Okay, listen. So you know who Jaguar Wright is?
No.
I know you don't. She is.
Why'd you ask me? Wait, what's her name?
Jaguar Wright. So she always
right.
gives all the celebrity tea, and she's always talking about, like, 'cause she was, yep, that's her crazy ass. I love her so much. She be giving out all the tea. She worked in the industry for years, and She's very popular on YouTube. Like if you can get her on your show, she will make your numbers go up. So she was talking about online how she knew a girl that when she was in Louisiana and she was going to the hoodoo houses. And she was going to the hoodoo houses because her boyfriend wouldn't stop cheating on her. He would like go out with prostitutes and just do just was unhinged and just, yeah. So she would go to the hoodoo houses and try to get them to do different love rituals on him. And they worked, except the reason why, and not only did he stop cheating on her, right? That was the thing. But he started beating the hell out of her because he was hiring the prostitutes to beat the hell out of them. So it's just like, you never know how these love spells will backfire whenever you do them. That's why I don't. The most that you'll hear me say is do a love sweetener. Sweeten the love you already have, but don't do it on a man or a woman.
Splenda or?
Like Splenda, yes.
Okay.
You're not going for the real
No
sugar.
calories.
No calories. No drawbacks. You're not going for the fullness of it. But it's like, poor Marcus. And then it sucks. Was he serious? It was Franny serious talking about he definitely got love spells.
Yeah, he's talking about me. And then Mari, my mod, said I got the love spell multiplier.
Oh God. The men's species. Be careful. But now you got these warlocks out here doing the same thing to women. Yeah. That's why men are spitting in women's mouth. Yeah, don't let that man spit in your mouth. And you better not be spitting in nobody else's mouth. Now, don't.
George was about to say something.
Yeah.
Like, you got to bring her up.
We definitely don't want that kind of
That's spiritually unaligned.
Oh my gosh. And then they're like, I remember Jaguar telling this story on here. Yes, like this is.
Oh, Franny said he doesn't. I got it though. I got love spell, not him apparently.
Oh,
I'm not married, but he's married.
What kind of love spell did you get? Just you drool in your mouth. She's spitting in your mouth, bro. You could tell me. I ain't gonna tell nobody else.
Except for the thousands of people watching right now.
Yeah, right. It's just crazy. Like spitting is fighting worse on me. But it's just crazy. Another thing that people don't understand that creates soul ties is having running red lights. Does anybody know what that is?
Running red lights, like not the actual act of running.
No, not
know what it means.
It's period sex.
Oh, okay. So I'm learning so much.
I'm scared. I don't want
Ew.
YouTube. YouTube, they are spicy.
Just put
they
it in
will
my
just.
spaghetti.
My God.
Oh my God.
This got so unhinged so fast.
It's so unhinged. I love us for this because why?
He's only saying that because he knows that it'll never happen.
No, right. I don't know. Hey, don't look back at me like that. I wish
Cameron said you could have your witches. She might become one.
Y'all witchy girls, so I already know.
Listen, hey, we are not witch. I never claimed to be a witch. I promise. I'm just a spiritualist with a couple of herbs.
No, she was just making a generalization.
No, but in all seriousness, don't be eating people's spaghetti.
Crazy.
Don't be running red lights. God, why do I? And this one is a special one because I heard of a tie being, don't be drinking your woman's breast milk. That as well is a tie.
That's blood. Or don't.
I'm so exhausted of people.
Don't drink his man juice.
Yes, man, his sleazy sauce. Don't be drinking that either.
The subject itself isn't funny. It's just the names you're giving them make it funny.
Because I don't want to get. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn at all. I just don't want this live to get banned. He's laughing. I'm dead ass. What else? Whenever you're eating peaches, don't drink the nectar. Leave it alone, bro.
Don't drink the nectar.
Leave it all alone.
They should really put that up in like
Yes.
school lunchrooms.
Come on, man, because
Don't
these are the
drink it.
type you wonder why you keep going back to your ex. You wonder why you keep obsessing over what they're doing, who they're seeing. It's because at some point you did some shit. So if you're single, like ready to mingle and dating, do a cord cutting after you break up with this person, please.
Wear a
Go
spit guard that they put on you in jail.
It's
be doing none of
saran
that.
wrap.
No, I'm talking.
Oh, you mean like spit guard?
Yeah, like what they wear at
Even
like
kissing
in jail.
is dangerous to a
Yeah, you
spiritualist.
get cooties. You don't want that.
You know what? Or soul ties. I mean, one or the other. One or the other. Who knows?
Ew.
Oh my gosh. Thank you, Mummy. I appreciate it. But it's all, yeah. People, they are dangerous. Especially, I told you last week, I would never date a spiritualist.
Yeah, you said it on the show.
Hell to the no.
But you have a spiritualist in
No,
training.
you're not.
You just said it 10 minutes ago. What do you mean?
Well, he knows everything because he listens to me.
He just enjoys the tea.
Yeah, he likes the tea, but he ain't quite there yet.
He ain't
you
making
know?
the tea.
No, and if he was a spiritualist when I met him, yeah,
I might bring her some water.
yeah, he's like my supportive best friend when I want to do spiritual shit. Like I'll be like, go to the store and get me. He don't ask no questions either. Get you a man that don't
I need
ask
3 decapitated chickens
on
tomorrow.
Me, on me. I'll be like,
you know they got a special right now,
babe. Yeah.
5 of them for.
Babe, I need to go to the graveyard. He don't ask no questions. He just be like, hi, what time we going?
I'll be asking her like, hey y'all. I'll be like, babe, so you need 3 coffin nails?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
He
I
don't
got it.
ask no questions.
Can you use 2 more? Because I got a deal for 5.
Right. They only got boxes of 5, so is it okay to
I
get
swear,
5 coffin nails?
Get you a man that supports and don't ask no questions. But if I would have met him and almost 14 years ago, and he knew the things he knows today, I'd be like, nah, bro, you trying to set me up.
I ain't gonna lie, y'all. I don't go in her office that often. She be doing some questionable stuff in there. I'm just saying, like,
Well, it's just a little necromancy and magic.
some of the stuff she be doing, I'd be like, okay, all right. Now, I grew up different than her, so
Right.
I stay away.
He was raised in the church, y'all. So I'm not that popular amongst
But no
mother-in-laws, but yeah, it's crazy. That's how it be though. I would never date a spiritualist.
No spaghetti. That's what I took away from that entire conversation.
You ready for this?
Yes.
All right, I'm going to bring us into our next caller. Here we go. We are headed to 7828. 7828. Star 6 to unmute yourself. Caller, you are in the room.
Hi, how you guys doing today?
Good. How are you?
you?
I'm doing all right. Well, my name is Jess, and I just had a quick story I wanted to share with you guys. I love y'all show, by the way.
Thank you so
you.
much.
I watch all of it. Cauldron, I watch all your stuff. I
Thank
watch all the
you.
other side of everything. And when these lives pop up, honey, I'll be running to the TV.
Thank you. We appreciate it. We truly do.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to try to make this as quick as possible. So I was in a 6-year relationship with pretty much a demon. And the one good thing that did come out of there is my daughter. She's 22 now. And I say that because I count the days where he's going to get out because he's doing 35 now.
Oh, goodness.
So we were dating. We were dating. 6 years. It was rough. It was bad. A lot of bad stuff happened. Young. Ooh, honey, you know how it is when you're young, you're a girl, the guy's older, all that other stuff. So it got to the point my family will cut off. Y'all know how it goes. They get you to cut your family off. It's just you and them. You're alone, no help, no nothing. People just get tired of answering the phone for you because you keep going back. So at one point in time, he had moved me out into another city. And it was just me, him, my daughter. We were literally in the corner of a neighborhood. Like there was train tracks behind the house. Like nobody would have ever heard me type of situation. So I started having this dream. I don't consider myself a spiritual person. I can feel it. Now, just so we clear, don't y'all judge me. I'm from New Orleans. Don't y'all start.
I love y'all. I know y'all a little wired different. Y'all be doing some questionable shit, as Mr. Fresh said. But I love my Louisiana people.
Who dat?
Listen, honey, I don't play around because it can get serious, and if you don't know what you're doing, you hear me? So I don't mess around. But I do know, it's live. Like the energy is just, I feel it all the time. I feel it all the time.
Yeah.
So I know I have good things with me, and they look out for me. So I kept having the same dream. He was in this dream, I gave up. I said, forget it. I packed up and I left and I ran. And I ran and I ran and I ran. And somebody close to me gave me up. They told him where I was. And he finds me. He pulls out this ginormous pew-pew. And he goes, I got you. And then as soon as he does what he needs to do, I wake up.
Oh, my gosh.
Over, same dream. So I took the hint, backed up, rolled out. I took everything that I could pick up and I rolled out. And I literally ran and ran and ran till I got to a friend of mine. He basically paid her because he had all of my information. Everybody that I knew, he knew. He was calling, harassing, stalking. It was people he thought I was messing with. He was following other people in cars, showing up to people's houses, like literally city to city, just showing up. So he shows up. I wake up, all of my suitcases and everything's gone. Nobody knows where it is. He paid her. He took all my stuff and thought I was going to come home. So I just kept on going. Eventually, he breaks into the house after my uncle came, and he just kept, like, everywhere he went. I couldn't catch the bus. Damn. I couldn't leave nowhere unsupervised. My uncle didn't allow me to smoke in the house, so I smoked on the porch. I started seeing him creeping in the neighbors' backyard. I'm talking about middle of the night. He would sit out in front of the house in the car. He ended up getting my daughter back. He caught me. I had a warrant, so he called the police and had my daughter taken because he thought I was going to come back. And I told him, that's your daughter too. I see you in court. So what ended up happening is my uncles went out that night. I decided not to go. I'm going to stay home. He came in through the window. There was a hammer and duct tape. I went missing for 24 hours. Bad things happened, and I just so happened to turn around. He was trying to get rid of all the evidence out of the car, like right in front of me. He was getting rid of all the evidence, and I'm just trying to get away. And something tells me to turn around. I mean, when I tell you the voice was screaming in my ear, turn around. I turn around, and there's a 22 aimed at me.
Oh, my gosh. It sounds just like your dream.
Yeah, he had a glove on, everything. And so when I saw that, I looked at him. I said, you going to do this to me? And he's crying. And he's like, well, I just love you so much. I just love you so much. And so I just started hugging him. And I was like, hey, I love you too. You know, we can go back and get the baby. It'll just be me and you. Come on, like you don't have to do this, you know? So I talked him into take it. You know, I took it out of his hand. And I was like, come on, let's go, you know, blah, blah. And so we get to his grandmother's house. And I have to make this decision if I'm going to roll or if I'm going to wait for him to take us back to this house and probably take us all out. So I jump out of the car, and I could see my best friend's house, like literally across the street. So I jump out of the car, I run to her house. My underclothes and half of my clothing are from one city to another. Like, I'm pretty sure people came out their house and found my clothes in their driveway. Like, I mean, it was really bad. He was going to leave my body behind a abandoned asylum.
Oh, my God.
So I ran, I went, and I got to my friend's house. She opens the door, and I'm covered in blood. I'm covered. And so we called the police. We get back to his grandmother's house. He's gone. It took me almost 2 months to get my daughter back.
Oh, my gosh.
And I had to hunt her down. So I would have people, you know, in that city looking out at his family's house. And my friend calls me. She said, I see her. She's at the house, at the same house I had to run from. And so I instantly jump in the car. My uncle drives me 45 minutes there, and we show up with the police, and I get my baby back. And so the first 2 years, my family members were getting letters, phone calls. He sat in court. I had to go to court from one city to the other because of how it happened. And he sat in court like he did nothing. He sat in court like he did nothing, and I had to look at pictures of myself. I didn't even recognize myself. Just watching what he had done, and it was just real horrific, and it changes you. You know what I'm saying? Like you don't go back. You just try to function and try to be better. And honey, I know I done almost died 37 times, honey. I quit counting. Okay, so I know I got something good covering me and blessing me, and it's just one of the things, man. Y'all listen to that voice. Yeah, y'all listen to that voice, man. I'm telling y'all keep hearing that voice telling you the same thing. You keep having that dream, like homegirl said. Y'all listen to the voices and that dreams. That's y'all something. And whatever it is, it's trying to look out for you and protect you.
No, for real. Because has he? Quick question, and it may seem random, but I got a point.
No,
Had
fine.
he ever been to jail or prison prior to this stint? Like at a long term type of thing, at least a year, 6 months.
No, nothing like. If anything, it was something traffic violation type of situation. Nothing like that.
When does he get out of jail?
I think we have about 8 more years, if I'm not mistaken. Periodically I'll go on the doc thing and check. I have to make sure he's there. Like when I tell you it just do something to you, like I'm worried about him dying. Hell, I think he gonna haunt me, son of a bitch.
No, on me. That's literally, and I only ask that because some of the lowest demons, lowest vibrational creatures live within prison walls, and these people come from prison crazy. Like literally possessed,
No, he was one of them people. He was a narcissist.
Yeah.
He asserted his dominance over the Lord, and so I pray for him. I feel sorry for him in there, honey.
Yeah,
I do. I pray for him. I think, ain't that something? Ain't that just tell you what kind of person I am after what you did to me?
I still pray
and my
for
family.
you. Yeah,
I pray for you. I feel sorry for what might be happening to you in there.
Yeah, listen. Karma is a real bitch. And I know he didn't have many of Cole's cigarettes in there because it just comes down to, like you said, your intuition, just those dreams. That it was warnings. It was warnings. If you don't do this, this is gonna happen, or hey, this is about to happen. And the way that it went down just kind of confirms it. I appreciate you sharing your story. That is wild.
Yeah, it's and it runs through the family. My daughter, she gets. I'll call back again one of these days to tell you about what goes on with my oldest daughter, honey, because she sees and feels the craziest stuff. She's been haunted probably most of her, young life. So, but I had to tell y'all a couple of those stories and a couple of stories about me getting some books back in the day, because I am from New Orleans, so I was like, but all that stemmed from just a lot of childhood stuff, and I just felt like I wanted protection. And I'm like, I'll do anything to protect myself. And so I was willing, you know what I mean?
Yeah, exactly. But like you said, then that's the most important. Please, y'all, use y'all discernment, trust your intuition, look at dreams. A lot of people think we just be dreaming shit for no reason. Every dream has some sort of message, even the most silliest ones where it's just like whatever. But the more serious ones like this, please trust your intuitions and stuff. Like that could have ended up real bad, but because you already had prior knowledge, you were able to get out of that. So, I'm glad that you're okay.
Yeah. Physically, yeah, but everybody look crazy somehow, way, shape, or form.
Hello, because I know I am. Thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate you.
All right, guys. Y'all have a great night. Thank you so much.
You as well.
You too.
And I just wanted to shout out everybody that's been sending super chats.
You've had a few of them.
Yes, I appreciate it. We have Ashlyn with her first super chat, and I just really appreciate y'all. Y'all are just the bee's knees. I love y'all dearly. Let me see. Man, yeah. Discernment, intuition.
That was insane.
That's probably one of our top calls.
Yeah,
for sure. Like that was a crazy
right.
call.
It was a crazy call and a testament. Like, do you have a charger? This is so random, unprofessional. I don't know why.
Like regular iPhone or USB-C?
USB-C.
Boom. On the table.
On the table.
I got
because I'm on 2%. Yeah. Thank you.
That's what we do here. We charge phones. We change lives.
We change lives because, honey, I was about to be
Granted, I have all the chats open, but if you're watching right now and you haven't already, please go subscribe to the Calls from Beyond YouTube channel. We're live there currently right now. Before too long, we're only going to be going live there. and not
Yes.
on our personal channels. So make sure you go subscribe over there. Working on getting that one monetized. So that way we can completely move the show over, and then it'll be there.
Yes, please, 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 you guys. We got like 300 people last time.
We're at 373 right now.
Yes, go and subscribe. We are not here for a long time. We are here for a good time. Isn't that what BBL Drizzy said? Was it him? Hey, I just got that out of my head after 2 months. Don't start.
Yep.
You're right.
Yeah.
Let's see what that one does. Chimes. Okay, cool. That'll fix everything.
Also, if you are enjoying the content that Noah and I provide for you, you can become a member on both of our channels and get some special content. Literally, as we were recording this, I just uploaded 3 videos for YouTube members to watch before they come out. So I know Black Cauldron has a ton of stuff for her members as well.
Yes.
Help support the channels.
Yes. And then I just wanted to retouch on our trip.
Yes.
Mr. Fresh has dropped the link for you to get the updates since we have chosen. We've chosen Bali, or you guys really chose it. I had no say so. You guys are like, it's either Africa or Bali, and Bali won. So we will be going to Bali next year. There will be a lot of different activities we'll partake in. You guys literally designed this trip, so it will be cleanses. It will be medicine, herbal medicine making. It's lit. And then I have my own little activities for you guys that will be taking place at yes, all of that. Like it's gonna be so lit. I got the itinerary today that you guys designed, and I was like, I didn't know y'all was that creative. I'm not, because who thinks to say I want to make herbal medicine in Bali?
Yeah,
George and I know a person that would probably do that.
Herbal medicine in Bali.
Yeah, or I want to go.
George used to have a client that would go to Bali all the time.
I've never been. I've been to Asia. I just never been there. But I can honestly say something else that they said that they wanted to do was go to their purification point. It's thousands of years old, and get cleanses. And I was like, okay.
Now, do you guys offer 600-month payment plans?
No.
Like $5 a
You know
month?
what? I don't know how it works. I'm getting all the details, but I do know that you can either finance the trip with a firm. I don't even have pricing at this point. Everything is still being settled. So once I get it, I'll let you guys know. But I know you can finance the trip through a firm, or you could just make regular payments to the company that is doing it. Yep.
25% deposit?
Yep.
I'm out.
You know what? Shut up. Yeah. So, but it's next year. We're gonna get it together. But thank you so much, because YouTube is the one who did it. Like between YouTube and Patreon, they got us to our goal. They designed the trip.
I just posted it again in that chat, y'all. So if you're interested in possibly coming on a trip with me and Miss Noah, go ahead and join the email listing so we can have your information.
Yeah.
So once we go live with all of the important details, when we have our Q&A and all of that great stuff, you guys can come. It'll be sometime next summer, and you can pay on it up until 3 months before we go, which means April is like the cutoff for payments if we do it in July like we want to.
So go ahead and get your email put in, okay? So you'll get all the updates. It will be coming from the company that is listed. So yeah, we'll talk about the trip further once we get every single detail down.
Franny just posted in my chat. He goes, "Should Austin come to Japan with me and we'll do a ghost hunt at this castle? You gonna pay for me to go to
All
Japan?"
right, that would be so dope. I was gonna say, don't go to that.
I want to experience it.
My condolences.
That was the first ever Vice video I ever saw.
Yeah,
was when they went there.
You know, they made that whole movie about it too.
What movie?
Are you guys talking about the woods where everybody
unalived forest?
Yes, there's a movie about it. You gotta look. I watched the movie and I was like, yeah, Japan is so haunted.
We just talked about how you can get your taxes. That 30%, use that money.
Yeah,
to go to Japan.
that's a tax write.
It is if I film the video, yeah.
No, but seriously, be careful in the woods. Anybody that is planning on
Watch
Japan.
The Forest, or it's just The Forest.
The Forest, yes, I think that's what it's called.
Yeah, 2016. All right. I know back in the day when Netflix was like first out as an app and we had it on the Wii, like you had to get the disc and you put it in and it would load it. Franny and I used to watch all the like awful, badly made horror films.
Yes.
That was like so fun to do.
Yeah. No, see, I don't know if you guys are old enough for the Blockbuster. Oh, okay.
I
So,
still have video games in the case that are Blockbuster cases.
I don't know why they had the best low budget scary movies ever. Them and then the infancy stages of Netflix.
That was
Yep.
Blockbuster too, though.
Yeah, that
I don't
was.
know if y'all remember. Like I used to order DVDs.
Yeah,
off
you can order
Blockbuster online.
DVDs from Netflix.
Yeah,
Yep.
I remember that. I remember we used to get the
Ooh, I'm
DVD in the
old.
mail with the little envelope.
I have my box.
How does Redbox still exist? Do you guys ever
It's a
wonder that?
front.
You think so?
You
Has
get
to be.
actually,
I've seen
what?
one person walk up to it. So I grocery shop at Smith's and there's one outside. I've seen one person walk up to it in the last 2.5 years.
I'm that one person.
if you see somebody at a Redbox, take a picture of them.
And
I can
send
take
it
a- I'ma
to
take a picture of myself.
callsfrombeyond@gmail.com.
It's me. I'm the one keeping them in business. Let me tell you. Let me explain myself. I'm also keeping Arby's in business. Y'all can kiss
I like
my ass
Arby's.
if you don't like Arby's. But
Roast beef and cheddar.
so what this is whenever they have already like used the movie enough, they will sell it. And my car had a DVD player for my kids, so I would go to. But I also would rent movies there too. It's cheaper than paying for
I used to
them.
rent games there, and then I realized what it sucks because then I don't want to play it a year later.
Right.
I'm gonna go pay for it again.
But I was literally just buying DVDs for my car, so the kids would be quiet.
That's
on road
pretty
trips.
smart. No,
Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
that actually.
And they're only like $1, between
wonder
$1
if
and $5.
I think the car I'm looking at getting has a DVD player in it.
Mm-hmm.
Damn. Oh, hold on. There's a sound effect for that.
You know what?
There we go.
The car is probably older than
That's
Some
funny.
people.
Okay, you guys ready for one?
yes.
Here we go. Caller number, last 4 digits. Let's go 2925. 2925. *6 to unmute yourself. That's a 2. That's a 9.
Hello, I'm here.
Caller,
Hey
you are in the
there.
room.
Hi, how are you guys? Hey, Noah.
Hey, babe, how are you?
I'm good. My story has a lot of background, so I really just wanted to get your opinion on these dreams I've been having.
Mhm.
I have dreams all the time, visions, even awake. But I lost someone recently. It was really sudden, and
Sorry to hear
for
that.
some
love.
reason, I didn't feel like I didn't get that grief feeling that I would think I would get, and I just started just getting really angry, and well, maybe. Well, first of all, she died on July 4th. Suddenly, out the blue, a car accident, gone. That night, I saw her walk past my bedroom door. It was just really quick, all white. And she looked at me and smiled and just walked past. Ever since then, I had no dreams. I mean, it was dark. Just no dreams every night. And that was weird for me. So just maybe 2 days ago, no, it's been 3 days. I've been having a dream. As the same dream, it just continues each night. And it's a significant other of mine that passed maybe 10 years ago. And she started coming to me in my dreams.
Mhm.
And in every one of these dreams, I'm pregnant. But she's taking care of me, trying to save me. But she has a new person in our life that has me prisoner. And she's trying to take my baby from me. So she's trying to save me from this new person, but the new person has me. I don't know, and it's like every night is just like me trying to get away, find ways, and her trying to secretly get me out without notifying this other person, who I don't know. But what's weird is she's never visited me before, so her coming is also weird.
Mhm.
So, and then me being pregnant as well. So I don't know, like it's been having me a little spooked. So
I would
I
have.
don't know, I
I'd
just
be
wanted to
spooked
get you guys'
too.
opinion on that.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
I don't necessarily do like or know a lot about dream interpretations, but I'm gonna refer you to somebody that does, and I'm gonna do it right here. because it's almost like, so they say whenever you dream of someone trying to take something from you, it's literally like you have the fear of losing something or whatever the case is. But the ladies that I did the reading with, Trinity Oracles, if you go back a couple videos on my page, they gave me a reading. One of them is specialized in dream interpretation, and I would highly recommend to book with her because I've had a couple readings or a reading after,
Oh, I saw that video.
Yes.
I just didn't know where to
Yep.
find them. But
Yep. It's the
Yep.
first comment that's pinned is from me, and you can book through them because whenever you are dreaming, first of all, she's so newly like deceased that I'm a little surprised that you are dreaming of her. I don't know if it's frequently or if it's just a one-off
no,
thing.
it's not the person that's what I'm saying. I'm not dreaming of her. It's someone else that passed away that I used to actually have a relationship with. I've never dreamed of before. That started to come to me
Oh.
recently.
Okay, yes.
Like when I saw the friend that died the day she died that night, I haven't had any visions or any signs of her at all.
Yeah. No,
But this new person, this other
yeah.
person coming is weird.
Okay,
Yeah.
so now I understand. No, I wouldn't expect you to. She's newly. I have
Yeah,
a
no, I
firm
haven't had
belief
any.
whenever people pass away recent, like they're enjoying the benefits of being on the other. They're not gonna pop up immediately.
Honestly, I tried to pull cards. Like I told you, I was feeling like this angry emotion, and it's like this pain in my heart, in my chest. So I'm like, can I try to maybe get some questions from her or something? But nope, everything. I mean, nothing made sense. And then I started having, and I told you, literally, my dreams were dark, and I always dream. Like,
Yeah.
I always dream.
Yeah, I definitely
And
would
for
book with
Sundays,
them
my dreams are
because
dark.
yeah, it's not normal for your dreams to just completely stop. I'm one of those dreamers like sometimes I'll dream. I know, let me not even lie. I dream almost every night, but I never write them down. I never remember anything. Like I'll remember details and then throughout the day, I'll see something and be like, oh yeah, I dreamed of this or whatever the case is.
Right.
I need to book
You'll
my
start remember
own.
little pieces of it.
Yes. I need
Mhm.
to really like book my own dream interpretation, but use them as a tool because they're going to tell you exactly what that dream meant. I've had a reading, I had a conversation after our video, and everything that they told me in my last reading was spot on. And like I said, one of them, I'm not sure if it's Erica, but she does specialize in that. So definitely book with them because they'll
I'm
help.
gonna reach out to them, yeah, because I mean it's to the point where I haven't even been sleeping, and it's starting to affect me physically because I'm like insomnia. Like I don't even want to go to sleep no more because I don't want to go back to that prisoner world where I don't know what's going on. So yeah,
Right.
I'm gonna reach out. Thank you.
You're welcome. Thank you for being patient with us.
Yes.
There was
Of
something.
course,
in
of
here.
course.
Yes.
Yes, thank you, Keisha. There was something else in here. I think her name's. I'm sorry if I'm saying it wrong. Sakina. Yes, that's the one outside. I said I think I want to read this, but we may have to wait until next week. But I have not forgotten about you. We'll probably start the show off next week with reading that email because it's pretty wild. So I wanted to read it. But we're gonna get to our super chatter. You can go ahead and is she in? Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
Yes. 5713. 5713 *6 to unmute yourself. Caller.
Yay! I made it.
You're
I
in
made
the
it.
Hey.
You made it. You're
Hey
here.
girl, hey.
Hey Austin. Hi George. Hi Noah.
Hey,
Hello.
how are you?
I am good. I'm kind of embarrassed to say it took me this long to figure out how to super chat, but I did.
No, someone else said it took them a long time too, and I definitely didn't know how to super chat for a minute, so don't feel bad.
Okay, so I'm going to go fast because I know there's probably people waiting too. So mine is ever since I was little, just to give a backstory, I guess I've always been in tune but didn't know it.
Mhm.
So there was an apartment me and my mom used to stay in, and there was a certain part of the apartment, the kitchen, that after a certain time at night, whenever I would enter that kitchen, I would always get like a very strong, nauseous, sick feeling. Didn't know what it was.
Mm.
And it was constant, every day, every night or whatnot. One night I went in there into the kitchen, had the same nauseous feeling, but there was a shadow on the back door in the kitchen that looked like the outline of a man, and it was jiggling the doorknob. So we assumed that someone was trying to break in.
Mm-hmm.
My mom walked up to the curtain while the shadow was still, on the door and the door window, opened it, and there was nobody there. And we stayed upstairs, like 3 levels,
Mm-hmm.
and it just disappeared. So we're like, wow, maybe they jumped the railing or something, but you didn't hear any footsteps running away or anything. So
That's
as a
exactly what y'all
child,
thought
I
it
just
was. Our brains be trying to make excuses for the shit we see. No. It's exactly what you thought it
yes,
was.
yes. And after that incident, whenever I go in the kitchen, still get that strong, nauseous feeling or whatnot, only at night. It was always after 8 o'clock. I started hearing a voice that would tell me, and I'm young, like around 5, 6 years old. I would hear a voice telling me to harm myself only when I was in that part of the kitchen, that part of the house. And it had gotten so strong because, like I said, this was on a daily type thing. At one point, I found myself holding a knife pressed against my stomach, and I was crying. I was saying, I don't want to do this. I don't want to do this. Like I was crying.
Mm-hmm.
We eventually moved out of the apartment. Thank you, Heavenly Father. We eventually moved out of that apartment or whatnot. So we're going to fast forward to, I'll say middle school age, maybe about 10, 12 years old. There's a shadow person that would, I guess, follow me, but I was never frightened of it. I thought that the shadow person was protection. I could not make out any features. I could always just see the outline. And it only stayed in corners or by the doorway. It never, like, for whatever reason, I got so used to seeing it, I never was afraid of it. And this happened once we moved out of the apartment. So I told my grandmother about it. And I call her a manifester for lack of better words. I told her about it and, about this shadow thing. And she asked me, was it a boy or a girl? Like, could I describe anything about it? And the best way I could describe it is, I guess the shadow cutout that people lean against their house. It looks like a cowboy man with a cowboy brim hat. That's all I could see. So, and this was like when I was around 10 or 12. So this was back kind of like in the 90s. But
don't worry, I'm a 90s
prayed
kid
over
too.
me. Okay.
She said it all quiet. That was back in the night. I'm a 90s kid.
So I told her about this, and she just started praying over me. And when she started praying, and she started speaking in tongues. Because the thing was there in her house by the back door, by her back French doors. So she started praying and praying. And when I say I felt this thing separating from me, I had tears in my eyes. I felt sad. But ever since then, I've never seen it, felt it, encountered it, none of that. So is something wrong with me? Because every time people say something about shadow people, it's always something negative. But why did I feel like that was a form of protection? Like, was that something that latched on to me from that apartment when I was like 5 or 6? Or
It could be. It could be either one. Our praying grandmothers, they have discernment and they don't like it. But it doesn't, if you always felt like a protective kind of energy, it wasn't like you were afraid. I'm going to go with I feel like maybe that was an ancestor protection. Maybe you just didn't have a veil. Kids, they be saying and seeing the most
darndest
craziest, the
things.
darkest things. And it's like, if you have a religious grandmother, like a lot of us do, they're going to pray it away. And like I said, my kid has seen her ancestors and was just like, oh, okay, I know, like seeing them in full form like they were in life. So she could be like, and she said she wasn't scared, but it was a time in her life that she was going through like almost like a spiritual warfare. Like we was weird stuff was happening. So I do believe that this was either an ancestor or a spirit guide or some sort of protection because you never felt afraid of it. You would have known if it was
Oh,
something dark. Like kids, they could feel that shit.
yeah, and I really try to listen to my children now because my grandmother, I feel like I come from a long line of empaths, seers,
Mm-hmm.
whatever you want to call it, but she always taught us to block that out. Don't
Mm-hmm.
entertain it. She would constantly have what she would say fights with demons in her sleep.
Mm-hmm.
She made her children, if they ever heard her fighting in her sleep, they said, "Do." She would tell them, "Do whatever you have to do to wake me up."
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So I know I have something in me, but I've been told not to tap
Don't talk
into it.
about it. Yeah.
I see things, I feel things, I hear things,
Mm-hmm.
and I ignore it. The house that I'm in, a new house, and I wish I had seen what you said to cleanse the house
Mm-hmm.
before, but when we first moved in and I did a walkthrough, I spoke loudly. I said, if there is any spirits in here that don't want us in here, tap, make a noise, do something. I
Mm-hmm.
waited 5 minutes. I even recorded it to make sure I didn't miss anything, when I played it back.
Mm-hmm.
Everything was silent. When we moved into this house upstairs, I felt like there was a portal from my children's room to the bedrooms on the far end of the house that we don't use or
Mm-hmm.
whatnot. I don't know. I don't know nothing about portals. Why would that be in my head? And when I look at the patterns on the curtains that were already in the house when we moved in, so I have to remove these curtains. That was the only thing that was already left in the house prior to moving in.
Mm-hmm.
They're like designs, what I looked up, they say represent portals. And it's like, I feel like there are several different spirits that travel. I even had to move
Mm-hmm.
my son's bed because it was like in the pathway of it.
Mm-hmm.
And one night when we were praying, he said, "What is that shadow on the wall?" I said, "Nope,
Mm-mm.
nope,
Nope.
nope."
We not doing that tonight, son. Listen, I'm telling them, kid. It sounds like, okay, first of all, what I was gonna say is kids, they will scare the shit out of you. And it's so crazy that you had the same experience as a child. Some genetics are very funny.
Mhm.
And if you come from a religious
Yeah.
family, that'd be like, we don't talk about that. Even the psychic sisters that I interviewed, she said all of them are psychic, but their religious family members just say they know things. They don't call it that.
Mhm.
So it's
Mhm.
listen, keep your energy cleaned, house cleansed, babies cleansed. Get rid of them damn
Yes.
curtains.
Don't eat spaghetti.
Do not eat
Yes,
spaghetti.
I have to.
Don't eat nobody's spaghetti, apparently. But in all seriousness, just keep them prayed up and cleansed, spirit baths, different things,
Yes.
just to keep the energy light, okay?
Yes.
Because you don't want it
Yes.
to get
I
dark.
did the sage and I smudged the house with the sage and the Palo Santo, made sure the windows upstairs and downstairs were, open. And whenever I would smudge the house and say my prayer, when I get to those two bedrooms at the end of the house, I get out of breath, like I'm not, like it doesn't want me to say it.
Yep.
And no matter what, we even had somebody, heating the air people come out here, those rooms stay cold.
Mm-mm.
They
You're going to have to
stay
really,
cold no matter.
yep, you're going to have
We're
to
moving.
really.
We're moving.
We're moving.
She said, you know what? I can't do this no more. It's all right. You can have the house back. Just if you can, for the time being, until you move, try to focus all of your energy over those two rooms. Smudge it, put your
Mm-hmm.
sigil, whether that be a cross or what have you, in holy oil, protection oil, olive oil on those doors.
Oh.
Yes.
Okay.
Like cleanse, because that energy.
And this is the last thing I'm gonna say. I just
Mhm.
want to say thank you. I made an appointment with the Oracle Sisters. Oh my God!
Yes.
And remember, I told you my grandmother, because we're deep South Baptist. I'm talking
Mhm.
about like, oh my God, like to the
Mhm.
T. I don't
Yes.
believe in all that religion stuff, because if our religions are teaching love, why do I have to choose one? But anyway,
Hello, amen. She said it. She said it. I ain't
but
say it,
but
but
I made an okay.
listen,
But I
that's the
made an
truth.
appointment with them, and
Mhm.
even though my grandmother taught me to stay away from all of that,
I actually got up the nerve. I felt comfortable with them, especially after seeing your reading. So my reading is going to be this Friday. When I say I'm nervous and excited at the same time, because like I said, I've been taught to stay away from it.
Is your
But
grandmother still
I'm
living?
ready because I know No, she's been gone for about 14 years, and for whatever reason, I cannot feel her. I am good with feeling my ancestors and everything. Like I cannot feel her, but she did tell us before she passed. She said, "Don't come looking for me when I'm gone." She said, "I
well,
gave you all the tools
there you
y'all
go.
need."
There you
She
go.
said, "She said my job down here is done, so don't look for me." She said, "Because I'm going on."
Yeah, right. Yep, I'm going home. And that could be some people just do not want to be bothered in the afterlife. I can honestly say, like, my grandma, she is not religious, but she was like, when I go, just burn me. And you can just burn me and you can toss the ashes because I'm dead. I'm like, Grandma would never. Like, she's crazy.
I say
like
that all the time. Just throw my ass in a hole. Like, don't spend all the money.
Right. So some people do not want to be looked for. And I don't know if you were here a couple minutes ago or earlier whenever I said I don't feel my cousin.
Oh, yeah, I've been here the whole show.
Yeah, it's my cousin who passed away a couple years ago. I don't feel her either.
But you didn't bring the Taco Bell.
I got to
That's
bring
why.
her Taco Bell. I mean, her ashes are literally in a locket on my altar next to her picture. And I'm just like, girl, where you at? You just dropped dead.
She
for
said,
one.
"Where the Mexican pizza
Right.
at?" That's
Oh,
what
you
she
dropped
said.
dead on me for one. And then you don't even come back and visit. You don't want to talk. Like, what you got attitude with me for? So that could be why you don't why you don't feel her. Or she could have reincarnated. So but yeah,
Yeah.
I'm glad you got your reading. Thank you so much again for the
Yes.
super chat. I appreciate you.
No, thank you guys for just giving people this opportunity. I've never spoke that story to anybody, not even my husband, because he's like, your husband, he don't want to hear about it. He don't want to see it. When we first moved into this house, we heard a loud bang, and everybody was in the room together. We looked at each other, and he said, nope. So we just turned up the TV and kept looking at it.
That's the whole thing.
But
No,
thank
but
y'all
thank you
so
so
much.
much. I am dying. That's my next when my daughter, because she's been trying to scare me. I'm gonna just be like, nope, we're not doing it. We're not doing it. Next time Alexa sings "Take Me Out to the Ball Game," nope.
Unplug.
Yep, I rebuke it.
Well, I think that was another great episode we just had. Another great live stream. What you got going on, Miss Noah? Miss Bree Hive?
Me a Mexican pizza, a vegetarian one. No. So right now I'm just focusing my efforts on building my online store. Just doing a lot of things with my patrons. I know my patrons probably like, yeah, we heard it all before, but no, for real, I'm really working on some really, really dope things myself with my assistant. And of course the trip, that we're planning next year. So it's going to be very, very busy for the next couple of weeks. But of course, we'll be here every Tuesday. So yeah, make sure you guys are following the Calls from Beyond YouTube page, please. I cannot pump it enough. Y'all gonna be mad whenever one random Tuesday you don't see us on here and you did not
subscribe. They stopped the show, but no, we didn't.
Nope.
We're at 382. I mean, let me check right now. We're probably a little higher.
Yeah.
383. We're at 383 right now on YouTube. I got to 5,700 today though. So we're making progress on the
cool.
on there. I mean, we got a very healthy 128,000.
Yeah, yes. Thank you for all of y'all support. I've been thinking about doing some other type of content, but I don't know if y'all would like that other type of content. Because I like us just sitting here talking a lot. Like that was pretty dope. And then the chat was going up. So I'm like, maybe we can have...
It's just a hangout.
Yeah. I'm thinking maybe we can have like spiritual conversations or something,
Philosophical conversations. Like we did with Alexandra that one time.
Oh, yes. I love that. How is she?
Good. Her and her husband do their show here.
Oh, okay.
With Brandon from Vegas every Thursday, live on YouTube.
Yes. I had to remember who Alex... I remember. Hey, girl, hey. But yeah.
Yeah, no, I mean... We're really thankful for everybody being here. George, the very beginning of the stream, and I forgot, but the very beginning, somebody said, everybody's saying George fine AF. Where's the IG?
you IG thirst trapping?
Let's see how creative you can get. I don't want to make it easy for people, so don't act like you guys don't know how to go in through people's followings and see who's following who, match up the names. The fact that George is out there should be enough for you.
He likes to be chased, ladies. Find him.
I mean, the way you put it there, it sounded like something I'll get in trouble for. So I just said,
I'm just playing. Us witches don't want your man, girl. I promise.
Yeah.
Nah, but in all seriousness, I believe it's linked in the description, isn't it?
It might be. It's in this. If you go to the Truly Bizarre Instagram or the Black Cauldron Instagram, we both shared a story that
Everybody's gone through one profile to find another profile before.
Yes, we have.
They said I've never seen.
Yeah,
George.
I never saw George.
Yeah, George.
Yeah.
He's cool, man.
Yeah, I mean, it's a new studio. It's just the voice.
We do have another camera now.
Dude, I don't want it. I don't want it. I definitely don't want it.
He doesn't. Right? Hey, he sounds like SpongeBob.
I am doing a lot of work back here. You guys wouldn't even want to see me anyways. It's just I'm moving so fast.
Yes.
I'm a blur back here.
Yeah, I can't even see George clearly right now. But yeah, all right. So
I'm gonna let
Mystical said George popped up on my IG once I followed Austin. There you go. See, that's all you got to do.
Listen, we all follow each other. Yeah. Is he preparing me in? Okay.
I did forget. There is still a 20% off sale going on right now in the merch store. I know Mr. Fresh has been linking it. I've been linking it as well. Get some calls from Beyond merch, and then take a photo on Instagram and tag George once you find him. But then tag us, and we'll share it.
What
is this sign off music?
Is this sign off music?
Sure. I've been waiting to hit that one all day. I don't know what it is.
Yeah, on a creepy paranormal show, he's like, "When do I get
Sounds
to
like
use-"
a '90s sitcom.
We might need to do this though, just to like lighten the mood to end it. You know, like so that way people don't stay.
Yeah, it's like watching SpongeBob.
Yeah, watching
after...
Disney after you watch a.
Yeah.
That's me. If it's too scary, I'm turning on SpongeBob.
I don't know. It's a good theory. We'll explore it. Maybe it's not that song, but maybe a little something in between the two.
Yeah, but before you go, check out Black Cauldron's YouTube channel. Check out the Truly Bizarre. We have some ghost hunts coming out. We have ghost hunts up currently, both on Black Cauldron's channel and my channel, as well as some bonus features for YouTube members on both channels. So consider becoming a member or going to Black Cauldron's Patreon. I might need to get a Patreon before too long.
Yes, you need. I've been told you to get.
Yeah,
You
but
see,
the thing
you
is,
don't listen.
I'm trying to like maximize the YouTube members before I jump and then go.
But
Here's another
like
one.
Mel, Kamisha, all those people that were super chatting and became they're already they're patrons. You
Right.
know, so you'll get the people that will support you through and through. It doesn't
I think
matter
the
what
problem
you do.
I have, and you know, people can hear this. This is a day in the life of influencers. I don't know what to offer in terms of like, and maybe people can put it in the chat what I should offer in terms of like you become a patron. Obviously, you get early access to videos. That's one thing. What I've been doing with the ghost hunts is we do interviews during the ghost hunts, and I only upload those for YouTube members. But then like, what else do I give?
What else you saw?
You can give them inside sight into your life.
Yeah, day to day.
Little vlogs.
Yeah, you run a studio.
I do run a studio. That's why there's not more Truly Bizarre videos out there, is because I'm here and actually I'm not even here all the time. At the last studio, I was there every day. George and I were in the shit.
Every day, all day.
Now George and I get to, you know,
I sat outside by the pool today. Fucking God, life is nice. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, no.
Wow.
woke
it's a lot
up, watched
easier.
Simone Biles, just absolutely
Working myself to the
body
bone.
Brazil and Italy.
Yeah. Go USA.
Go
like I
USA.
said earlier,
I can't stand it, but then
I will give up my citizenship for a
What the fuck is a
cheeseburger
kilometer?
every other day. But whenever it's the Olympics, I'm gonna.
Every time we win a medal, we're all screaming, "What the fuck is a kilometer? Get that out of here! It's America." I mean, hey, the image of LeBron on the boat with the flag looked like George Washington going across.
He did look like George Washington.
That's all the memes I see now. Is just him, and they were like,
man,
you know, he's about to drop 60 a game when he comes in looking like George Washington
Yep.
on the boat. Also, we have like the most amount of people.
Yeah, we did. I mean, Beyonce, the queen. Did you see that opening for Team USA?
No.
You gotta watch it.
No,
It's
the
iconic.
openings I was really hyped for were Gojira, that metal band that played. I really like them.
Yeah.
And then Celine Dion, after all the
yeah.
crap she's been through, and then she just comes out and sings like it was nothing.
Yes. And I really like the metal band. I don't know their name.
Gojira?
I'm sorry, I'm morbid. I love the Marie Antoinette.
That was cool.
It was so
and then
cool.
they sang a song about her in the place that she died.
Yeah, they hung her. Yeah,
nothing more
I had
metal
to give
than that.
them like my kids a history lesson. We were watching it. They're like, "Why would he?" I'm like, "That's Marie Antoinette." Like they literally.
They did that.
Yeah.
They did that. To her.
They chopped her head off, not hung, but
Yeah.
Child. But go Team USA.
USA in the chat. USA in the chat.
Put USA in the
Yes,
chat
put
right now.
USA in the chat, please. And I'm trying to let them. They're still conversating. I don't want to cut the live chat off in the middle of Marcus letting everybody.
We got Lexi.
yeah.
Raven said Gojira was the shit. See, there you go. Yeah, Gojira was dope. I was super excited to hear that they're gonna play. Did you comment USA?
I just commented.
Oh, okay.
USA's in the chat.
USA's in the chat.
Like I said, I would give up being an American for a cheeseburger, but
but not during the Olympics.
Not in the middle of the Olympics. I will not. I would trade it for a Mexican pizza, vegetarian style.
The best Olympics photo or video I ever saw was when they had the last Dream Team when Obama was in office, and they're just dunking. You see Obama looking like a proud dad.
Yes.
Like,
every time
that's what freedom looks like.
Right. I miss Obama. No, I don't. I'm just waiting on Miss Thang to get into the office. I'm so hyped. So he was out here a couple days ago though. Did you see him?
Obama?
Yes.
No,
Obama?
he came to my high school.
Really?
Yeah, during the 2016 election. That was
wow.
I was telling Mari off the stream. I was like, I did my time campaigning. I'm not campaigning ever again. I did that during the 2016 election. Straight out of high school. Got so
they
burnt
caught
out.
you. Yeah.
Well, I got paid for it, so it was like, it was a job.
Oh, you were one of those people with the notepad. Like,
No. So I worked for like a political, like, I don't even know what you would call them. Not a team, but like a group. And we were at UNLV trying to get people to vote.
Oh, okay. Yeah,
So,
I know.
yeah, I
They
did
asked
all
me that I
that.
want to volunteer.
It was
for
not
the
cool.
Democrat-
But Obama came to my high school and I got to see him. I was like 30 feet away from him.
Oh man. Yeah, he went to a game out here of some sort. I don't know what he was doing, but he was definitely at a sports event out here maybe a week and a half ago. I do miss him. But I'm ready to see Kamala and what she's gonna do. I'm really excited. So
She comes out first thing.
man.
I'm beating everybody's ass.
She just fell out of a coconut tree, That's I just love her. But we're gonna wrap this
Yep.
up. You guys, again, follow Calls from Beyond.
Yes.
The merch is 20% off. Make
Yep.
sure if you're interested in our trip, our spiritual
Definitely. I
retreat.
put my email. Am I going? No,
Yeah.
but I want to get the scoop.
Yes, listen. Yes, put your email in so that you can be notified. I hate this guy.
I'm trying to make sure.
No, he don't know. He's coming. I'm gonna call up my guy and be like, "Can we get him on this?" No, but
I don't
in
have a
all
passport,
seriousness-
remember? I got to get a passport.
And
4
you
bottles
know
of
what?
Hennessy.
Shut up.
4 bottles of Hennessy.
Everyone has them. 4 bottles of Henny.
Yes, it's only 4 bottles of Henny to get your passport. But again, put your email in because once we launch everything, you'll get notified first.
Did I get the email? Let me
You'll
see.
get special discounts. There will be a discount for our early birds that put their email in. So just make sure you guys are following all the platforms and staying updated.
Yes. I know we got stuff popping over on Instagram, TikTok. I'm on Threads, but if you're on Threads, go follow Truly Bizarre on Threads. I'm trying to like see if I can get monetized there. They don't tell you what you need to do because it's
No.
Instagram. I
That's like,
just got
is it-
bonuses available on Instagram, and I've had
I'm
13,000
not
followers
even
for like a
monetized
year
on
and a half.
Instagram. I don't know.
I'm not fully monetized. I have
I'm
the
not-
subscriptions, but like I said, I don't know what to offer people, so I don't do it.
Listen, we gonna cook. Don't worry. I got you.
We need to have a conversation. But if you want to have a conversation with us next week, make sure you tune in.
Yes.
Follow all the channels. That way you don't miss it in case maybe next week we're like, you know what? Boom, we're just going to Calls from Beyond. But you never know. But thank you so much to everybody. Thank you to George. Thank you to Mr. Fresh.
Yes.
Thank you, Black Cauldron.
Thank you.
Thank you to all the
y'all.
callers. Another great night. I'm glad, and like the last caller said, that we're giving people an opportunity to speak. I'm glad that we're able to do that for everybody. I think we have a really cool community here.
Yep.
But next time, I guess cleanse yourself.
Yes. If you didn't take anything from these lives, cleanse yourself, trust your
Don't eat the
intuition.
spaghetti.
Don't eat the spaghetti. Don't run red lights.
No peaches and nectar.
No peaches and nectar. They have saran wrap for that. But just be safe, y'all. And Well, I guess we'll see them next week.
Yeah, we'll see you guys later.
Yeah, and I'm gonna try out to lighten the mood going into the next show. We are going to play some healing sounds this week. All right.
I love
Hasta la bye bye. See you next Tuesday.